And now, and now we're live again.
Round two.
Now we're actually
One
live.
more time.
One more time.
God damn
We're
it.
gonna celebrate.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So to
All
clarify,
right.
I know for Twitch everything was relatively good. Am I still sounding cool? Am I still sounding crisp and clear and okay?
I don't know
Sound
about
good to me.
cool, but
Oh, right. So
I'm just being mean now. It's fine.
so
Okay.
I'm making the official announcement of Gal's new art, or at least
yeah.
there's B is still working on one little detail, but I can share the
Yes.
mostly finished version.
Yay.
Yeah, I was about to say, unfortunately, I don't know if I can share it into the stream easily, at least not right now. However,
Stream can wait till next week.
Yeah. Once I get the finalized version, I'll be updating the overlay.
Stream can get the full version. So I sent it in our
exactly.
channel on Discord.
Let me look, so that we can hear how hype we are for cool art, but be in suspense of seeing it. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, yeah. Oh, it looks super dope. I'm not saying that to just to hype it up. It is really fucking good. Like, damn.
Where it be?
It's in the Striking Cold Iron channel.
Yep.
Oh.
Man.
It's so pretty.
That's the Ocean Man.
Take me by the
take you
hand
by
to
the
the
hand,
new
Lindsay.
land. I mean, hey,
Gonna
if
lead
people
you
want to
to
go
the
see that
land.
art, you can go over to the grotto, to our Discord, which is in the link in the about section of the channel, something shell.
Oh, man.
and
Imagine getting character art.
I showed.
Damn.
Don't you
We can
even.
get character art. You
You
got
have chibi art. You have chibi art, which
Well,
I mean.
And I sent you a rough draft, and you were like, "Nah, it's okay."
I
So
sent
I don't
this
want
to a
hear it,
couple
mister.
of some friends that I know because they were kind of interested, and they were like, "Oh damn, he hot."
Yeah.
It was the general consensus. I was like,
mean,
all right,
Gal
yeah.
even before the touch up, like he was considered to be incredibly attractive. So I mean,
If
either way.
only his personality was the same.
Yeah, he's kind of a dick.
Ain't
Speaking of
that the
D&D,
way?
dice.
Oh,
Speaking
that
of
lovely
people being
ASMR.
Don't you lie to these people. You sent me art and I said awesome.
I don't
Well,
believe
okay.
this.
Quote, awesome.
Looking back through messages as we speak.
I'm just gonna screenshot
we got
the fucking
receipts?
clip.
Oh, we got receipts.
We got receipts for days.
Also,
alright.
I have to restart it all over again, considering I lost the artwork
Oh,
when
no!
my iPad died.
Oh right,
That is the thing that happened.
Yep.
I mean, if at the very least, if it's in if it was sent in the Discord, you can at least take that picture as at least a reference.
Oh, I can. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You
just
can
have
have
to
something.
start the line work over again.
Yeah. It's not as much of an annoyance as it could be. But yeah.
I mean, as an artist, you have access. Usually, would have access to like the line art, and it's separated into layers.
Yeah.
It is still a travesty. It is absolutely still a travesty.
Yeah,
but it could be.
yeah.
It could be worse. It could
It's
be
true.
worse. Yes.
My favorite part about this art is that I want to punch him in the face, but I feel like if I punch him in the face, he's gonna stab me.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of the whole point. That's kind of the whole point of Gal.
Exactly, yeah.
So, like, it very much fits. But yeah, okay. So, without further ado, before we get super deep into things, eeny, meeny, miny, who haven't I talked, who have I asked a while? Planes, pick a color.
It's a bit of gold.
Ooh.
Nice.
Alright, grab the yellow dice.
That's not gold.
Well, I always use the gold dice. They're always in play. We have the iron dice, which are for some oh shit moments, and then we have the gold dice for the super oh shit moments.
What about the Zora?
Picking a color and be like, nah, pick another color.
What about the Zoratato dice?
I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
The Zeratato dice. I'm afraid I don't have any direct analogs, though I do have purple.
Alright, fine. How about a Vidakavibda?
That's not a. You just said gibberish. That's not a word.
How about
Avarta Kabida.
That's what I heard.
EBKGB.
It sounds like he tried to do death first. But
Hilarious joke,
flubbed it
Renegade.
delay.
I only just saw that now. You're cool.
Did I hear the words Avada Kedavra? So that's
Well,
either
apparently
green
Renegamer
or
said,
black.
whatever the hell Mono just said, apparently that means green, so the green dice it is. You're
Birthday.
welcome. Thanks, Renegamer, for translating for me. Alright, next
Somebody's gotta be able to.
Alright, next person then. Keen, pick a color.
All right. I'm feeling red.
Oh, we're doing Christmas dice then, I suppose. We're going green and red. Nice.
Going Christmas?
We're Merry Crimbus.
Merry Chrysler.
Merry Crimbus.
But you forgot about second Christmas.
We already passed. Actually, wait. What date is Christmas in July?
Isn't it in
July?
Christmas in July?
Well, no, what date in July?
It's just July.
It's just the entirety of July?
Yeah.
Mono, you got my reference, right?
I thought it was just like July 25th.
I feel
or
like I
something.
do, but I don't.
Christmas in July being all July long implies
eyes.
that
None
Christmas
peace.
in July.
Oh, yeah, no, I haven't watched One Piece.
Hello?
Hello?
I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
hear you. You said
Hello.
Christmas in July, and then it cut off 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Because people keep on talking over me.
Sorry.
My bad.
Christmas in July implies that Krampus is here all July long,
Who knows?
He's in his
as well as
summerwear.
Santa.
Wait a minute,
Yeah.
we're forgetting something.
Yeah, Krampus shaves during the summer months so he can get that nice beach tan.
I believe it.
We got
Sounds
to do
legit.
the recap.
Hey, I didn't get to pick my
Yes.
color. Excuse me.
Well,
Sorry.
wait, two were already picked. It was well,
I didn't get to
technically
pick
it
my
was,
color. You didn't ask me.
Well, I already asked two people and I got 2 answers.
Take the color, nature.
Pick the color.
Cause during Plane's turn, a word was said to pick green, and then Keen took red. So we got Christmas colors.
Well,
I
you
don't get
asked
to
me.
pick
That
my own
was
color
3.
anymore. I thought we used to be able to pick our own colors.
I was always 2! It was always two
Oh, okay.
2 different colors.
Oh, my bad.
You literally asked for 3. Though.
Also, I never
Yeah,
asked you! No, I'm kidding.
I'd say B is more of a chaotic good.
you
I am.
literally asked me, Mono, and Keen. What the?
Well, no, okay. Whatever, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway.
I'm broken.
So,
See, now Nox and Dasher feel cheated.
I
okay.
can
Dasher,
don't worry
Right.
about
Our
it. We'll
own
get you
color
next
club.
time. Remind me next week. Put down a note. Remind me next time. Remind me next week to ask you for your colors, and then we'll do it.
I can
Dragon
summarize
Balls.
last week in one
I
sentence.
didn't
Last
ask the
session
question
in
yet.
one sentence. We killed people.
You white. You're
No.
damn
God.
tired.
No, I'm impatient.
Well, too fucking bad. Your recap doesn't count because you didn't fucking shut up.
It does count because it had 3 numbers in it.
No, it does
And a
not.
low-
Anyway,
Uppercase.
so if one of the other players could please tell me what happened last time we left our heroes, other than Mono.
Can I do it?
Yeah, sure.
So we finished off a mushroom. We got off the Onak. We found out that there's some snowblood scouts coming
Sure.
around messing with the workers. Many workers have gone missing. That ain't good. So
This is very much.
we also
not good.
found out that Nox, Farron, and Nevena are all infected. We went hunting for where we thought the scouts might be, just to go on a scouting party to see if we can find maybe where the snowbloods are. And we ran across a Grand Whopping too. The
Mhm.
wolves died. Gal slaughtered them.
Yup.
I tried to non-lethally hurt someone, but Typhoon said not to that. Shot an icicle through his brain, and there's one currently running
accidentally
away.
Murdered them in the heat of the
Mind
moment.
you, while this one is running away, Kumal is coming in at Mach 3 speed,
Oh yeah, we'll get to Kumo.
like a Sonic. Like a
Uh-huh.
blue dragonborn Sonic, he's on his way.
The blue
That's
blur.
where we're at.
Beautiful. All right, so
Also found out that Dasher is seeing some shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he has started to see some shit.
Yep.
He's on drugs.
Could be. Who knows?
Could be indeed.
That is, I mean,
From
it's a side effect of the mushroom fungal infection.
The spores.
infected.
Oh right, yeah, you're one of the few that aren't infected.
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah.
That's why I said it's mainly Farron and Nox and Nevena.
I still think
So
it's funny how I'm not infected.
Not high on the
Yeah, because you're
mushroom.
fucking lucky. Anyway, fucking
I
lucky
mean-
bastard. Anyway,
Just wait like 4 levels and I won't be able to.
Anyway. So, without further ado, I suppose I only have... Well, actually, before that, is there anything else that the rest of the party recalls that feels important to note? I've covered most of it, but nonetheless, figured I'd give the floor.
Chase scene!
Yeah,
where we're at.
Indeed, we are going to be getting to a chase scene, which I will go over the stuff for that in just a moment when we get started.
Zoomies.
It's Fruition.
Sorry, I just saw that. Everyone pull out your complimentary copy of Gas by Initiative in Memoriam to Kumal's ankles. God, that is beautiful. I was saying, Renegamer asked who currently is infected. I believe I have those notes somewhere.
I know.
Nox.
It's Nox, it's
Farron.
Farron, and Nevena.
Oh yeah. Oh, you also kept track of it. Thank you. I had to double check.
Because I was the one that was detecting it, so I wrote
Wait,
it all down.
Dasher's not infected?
No.
It's just Farron, Aggro, Nevena, and Nox.
Oh, I didn't
I
know
didn't-
that Aggro was infected.
Yep, Aggro is also infected.
Okay.
Yes, both Borbs are unfortunately infected.
Gang for the
Alright.
win.
Alright, so, as a bit of a bonus question, for the sake of the folks at home as well as the party, what day is it currently in game?
Oh, fuck me.
Right.
I don't have it written down currently.
I think
It
it's the
is, I believe,
23rd.
4th?
I want to... God, I also need to keep better track myself, or at least...
Okay, it's... No, because it's the 23rd, because... Freaking... We had... Wait, did we have the interviews on the 21st or 22nd?
I don't know.
21st.
I'd have to go back through my notes, honestly.
Because if the interviews were on the 21st, then it'd be the 23rd, because
Okay,
it's
yeah.
been 2 days.
Yeah,
also, we waited
last
until-
session was the 23rd.
We waited until night to do everything and then went into the 24th.
Alright, from here on in, I'm
We're
keeping track of
currently
this
on the
date thing.
24th.
No, because what happened was we dealt with the frog, and then that day passed, and then we were alerted of the mushroom, and then we went the next day. The frog was the 22nd. So it's the 23rd, because it's still the same day.
I believe Mono is correct. I believe it is the 23rd. Ooh, I wonder... Oh, I just saw that. I wonder how Phoenix lungs even respond to spores. Spores not liking extreme fire and heat of fire. And that. Yeah, that's a good question. We'll have to see what happens. But unfortunately, only time shall tell. But nonetheless...
Want cordyceps? That's how you get cordyceps.
we don't know what it is yet.
Hey guys, we haven't even started and Meals on Wheels is here.
Oh no, okay. I will hand out the...
Well, I mean...
luckily
yeah.
Dasher isn't here for the start of this, so
Yeah.
you can take as much time as you need. Alright. So, I suppose then without further ado, we shall see to whom the fates smile kindly upon during this session.
Not Gal or I.
First roll... It's a 5, so Gal gets the first point of inspiration.
What?
Well, fuck.
Whoa!
Do you already have 3, or...
No, he has none.
I have none.
Okay, there you go.
None. He had none for years.
I've had
Damn.
none.
Alright, so...
It has literally been 10,000 years.
No, it's been
Shush.
84. It's been 87 years.
And the second
No, it's
person to get a point of inspiration will be...
Hope.
Oh, that's
Me.
I got another 5 for
again.
your roll.
2
I
inspiration.
haven't
Two
gotten one in
inspiration.
a while either.
So Farron gets a point of inspiration.
There we go. Farron gets all the inspiration lately.
Got the 2 goalposts.
Hold on. Yes, it has been 10,000 years, Gal. It's time to conquer Earth.
God damn it. Anyway, so without further ado, I suppose I only have one final question to ask the group here today.
No.
Is ever...
Houses and himbos. Let's go.
Houses
Fucking-
and Himbos!
I didn't even finish! Fine, whatever, fuck it. You know, it's fucking bullshit. Fuck, whatever, shit
Houses
balls.
and
I mean,
Himbos!
we already know the answer is no because Meals on Wheels just arrived and dropped off food.
Well,
I don't
you're...
understand.
Well, you're not here, so fuck off. No.
When was the
Sorry.
unspoken
I
agreement? We're just gonna
okay.
screw with nature all day.
This is...
When did I miss this meeting?
We didn't have it. This is all
Oh, okay.
impromptu.
It's
my
been
liege.
alright.
it's been unspoken rule since the dawn of time, apparently, because
No,
not
you
the
see, it all
nature check.
started when I was able to play.
there's already a short on the YouTube channel about fucking nature checks from Bloody Gold. It's fucking whatever. Anyway, let's start.
Lockwood!
Starting.
Lockwood.
God damn it!
You're welcome.
All right.
Yes.
So now I can finally bring us over to the chase map, going into a little bit of a mini game. So
Which I'm about to break.
probably. So I will go down the list of rules for the sake of the audience as well as our players here, because I believe this is our first chase scene with Striking Cold Iron, as well as the second chase scene ever in any of the games. The first one to actually chase other people rather than being
Sorry
chased
for ruining
themselves.
it.
Well, I can't help much with that.
Sorry, not sorry.
So, a chase starts when the creature takes when a creature takes their turn to sprint, and at least one other creature decides to sprint as well in order to pursue it, which I presume everyone else is doing. When that happens, the pursuer triggers a chase contest. Words. The pursuer triggers a chase contest. Contest. I swear I could talk. And both the quarry and the pursuer roll competing skill checks based on the environment the chase contest takes place in, continuing through order of initiative as normal. For every 30 feet between the pursuer and their quarry before the chase sequence began, the quarry is one gap ahead of them. That is why the spacing on the map is as it is currently. In the chase sequence, competing skill checks are made at the end of initiative to determine whether the distance between the pursuer and their target increases or decreases as the sequence goes on. The skill check changes depending on the environment in question. In open environments, such as grasslands, desert, and hilltops, athletics checks are made in order to outrun the opponents, while in denser, crowded environments like cities, forests, and rocky crags, like what you guys are in currently, acrobatics checks are made to avoid, duck, and weave through terrain to outmaneuver your opponent. For both skill checks, however, either dexterity or strength are allowed to be used, whichever is higher. So even though Dex normally uses acrobatics and athletics normally use strength, you can use either or for the sake of this. So have fun. So this is going to be a fucking time.
He's fucked.
We'll cover some of the other things in terms of the actual skill check competition once we actually get to that point. But nonetheless...
Cover them as they become relevant.
Yeah! In a chase sequence, the amount of distance between the pursuer and their target is recorded as gaps between them. While there is no strict length for the distance of each gap, they're presumed to be approximately 30 feet each for the sake of range. So say, for example, aggro is currently about 30-ish feet away from orc guy who is currently sprinting. Nox is currently about 60 feet away, and the rest of the people in the back are about 90.
Oh, hell the fuck, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So...
Oh, yeah. Just so we get this out of the way, Gal will tell Kumo not to kill him.
That's fair. Oh yeah, non-lethal. Yeah, I didn't mention it just yet, but for the sake of brevity, as the rest of the party starts running, Kumal, you see, as you hear the sound of the gunshot and start making your way forward, it doesn't take long before you start smelling blood and seeing, slaughtered animals and bloody footprints in the wake of some sort of fight, and you're like, yep, they went this way, and then continued on. Very soon catching up behind where Gal and Farron currently are in the chase. So you're at the back with the other two boys.
Meep.
Indeed.
I can't see anything, by the way. It's all dark and scary.
Oh, you can't?
My familiar.
No, I see
it's
me.
dark for me.
Why? Hold on.
I mean, at instances like this, I just look at the stream
Is it dark?
Is this any
Uh-oh.
better?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason dynamic lighting was turned on. I don't know why it did that. Anyway.
It'd be like that, man. It's all good.
It was turned on during your battle.
Oh, maybe that. Yeah, I did not forgot to reset the map. Anyways, so for the competing skill check, we'll get into the some of the intricacies, but for the sake of realizing now, if you roll above your opponent during the skill challenge to make distance, neither target moves forward or backward. So basically, things stay the same. If your result is 5 or higher than your opponent's, you move forward 1 gap. If you roll below your opponent, you move back 1 gap. So it's all about trying to at least try to keep pace and possibly try to overpass them. And trying not to fall too far behind. In open environments, the quarry needs to get at least 5 gaps between it and all of its pursuers for the quarry to be able to escape. In denser environments, such as this, only 4 are required. And also, for the sake of also for the future, the quarry may also attempt to perform a stealth check when it has one less gap than required to escape all of its pursuers against each pursuer's perception. If they succeed, they manage to hide and the chase sequence ends. On a failure, the quarry loses 1 gap between it and the pursuers, and the next skill check to run is at disadvantage because they took their time to hide rather than to run. Any questions so far?
It's all good.
How
No,
does
he's not
this
going anywhere.
work specifically
I am
in regards to casting guidance?
Okay, when it comes to actions, let me get to that
I'm
section.
pretty sure, is guidance a bonus action? Let me look.
Should anyone during their chase sequence wish to use their action to perform an activity, such as cast a spell, make an attack, or create barriers between the quarry and the pursuer, they immediately move backwards 1 gap and cannot move forward this turn even if you roll a 5 or more than your competitor.
Ugh.
So,
What if we roll 10?
I'm afraid not. So
Damn.
if you're trying to do anything other than sprinting to chase at the person solely, then you're going to slow down enough, basically to create some distance between you and your quarry. And yeah, that's basically
Doesn't Kumal's speed boost affect his rolls by adding bonuses?
Indeed, it does. We'll get to that in a moment.
Boy,
Once
am
we
I
get to
glad
the
that
skill
I'm
checks.
not in. Boy, am I glad I'm not involved with this, so I can't fuck it up with how rules would work with me.
There's caveats for things with like cunning action, step of the wind, and shit like that. But it will cross that bridge when we get there. So, if there are 0 gaps between the pursuer and its quarry, it may also perform melee attacks against the quarry or any other creature also within range. So, you have to be in the same slot, or the same spot, basically, in order to actually do melee attacks. What else is there? Big final thing, because this is the most important part. You may sprint for a number of rounds equal to your Constitution modifier, after which you perform a Constitution saving throw at the start of your turn. Also, this is a minimum of 1. The DC for this roll is equal to 10 plus the number of rounds that have passed after the running out. So first turn will be 10, next turn will be 11, second will be 12, and so on and so forth. On a failure, you would gain 1 point of exhaustion, and this continues to stack if you try to keep running. And you fail to save again. So, there's only so far you can run before your body starts to give out. Any final questions before we start getting into things?
So every
How do
square is
familiars
essentially
work?
30 feet.
Well,
Every
it's the
gap is
same.
about
The
30
familiars
feet.
are the same.
Yeah, same. Now, a caveat for you, Kumal, because you've been constantly sprinting to get towards this direction. You have already expended your amount of rounds to sprint, and you're going to be starting con saves this round, because you did some fuckery with magic to start fucking booking it over here, and you've been sprinting for a little while.
That's
Gotta go fast.
All right. So going. I suppose at this point, I would like the current members of this chase to re-roll initiative.
He's not going anywhere.
He's so fucked.
I'm
This
just gonna mute myself. I'm just gonna mute myself for now and provide commentary via the chat box.
That's fair. That's fine.
And by
Let's
that I mean the
see.
Twitch chat.
That's fair. All right. Let's see
Yeah.
how good Orc Boy is doing. Also, you guys can discuss amongst yourselves as you see fit, and if you have any more questions, I'm more than capable of answering them. If you also want to reread the rules, they're in the Tactics in Warfare PDF or document, which is in the public, or one of the archives.
I discussed this this conversation with Nature a few weeks back. If I can get one solid hit on him, and with a Ray of Frost, and he fails a Strength save, I can reduce his check by 20.
You gotta get close enough to him first.
Yeah, I only need to.
That's
I
going
only
to
need to
take quite
get
a bit
up
of
to where
setup, but it's
Nox
theoretically
is.
possible.
I can shoot him with my gun once and try and get him to fail.
Yeah, unfortunately with the map, it's a little bit funky to get everything on screen. It doesn't like me trying to do that. Hang on, let me try.
So all I need to do is just get up to where Nox is, and then I can start trying to pelt him with a Ray of Frost.
I only need to get one square closer.
All right.
He's having a bad day.
Kumal, Gal, and Farron are kind of covered by by your guys' icons for Discord, but it's fine. Hopefully we can tell what's going on. All right. So, Gal.
Don't worry, Gal's ugly anyways.
Oh, those icons.
What did the orc? What is this orc roll?
He rolled a 2.
Okay, that's not terrible.
Oh, so he rolled a 6.
He did not roll a 6. I can at least confirm that much.
I love a good chase.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be if the other chase sequence anything go by, this is gonna be fun.
He's fucked.
And with the other one, the other chase sequence, they were the ones being chased. They were the chasees rather than the chasers. So.
Oh, also another thing about chase scenes, if I remember correctly, if you have a movement above 30, I think for every 5 or 10 foot bonus. Yeah, for every 5 foot bonus, you have another 5 added. You have 5 added to your roll.
It's +4 actually. But,
oh, +4. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. So if you have 35 movement speed, it's +4, 40 feet +8, etc. And if it's below that. And if it's below that, then it's -4, -8, and so on.
What did we say that Kumal's movement speed bonus was for that because of the spell?
Okay. What is your... Okay, we'll cross that bridge when we start getting into the skill competition. To start doing some serious math.
Oh, fuck, I love math.
The best kind. Oh, hang on, Gal's in here 2 times. Why is that? Get out of here. Farron rolled. That was a 14. Ooh, both Gal. Same as before. Both Farron and Gal are co-oping again. Nice.
Right.
Oh, why is there now? There's 2 orcs. Okay, this is funky. Okay, I think we're good now. All right, so going back to the. Oh no, let's roll 12. Okay, for some reason. Nox, quick question. What is your initiative mod?
1.
1? Okay. In that case, if we could quickly reroll, because both you and the orc got the same initiative. So
we
we'll
would
take
move on the same turn.
If you're allies, yes. If you're enemies, we shall be rolling off to see who goes first. Oof. My
There's a
condolences. Let's see if he gets any better.
Probably.
Oh, hang on. Is that a 6
Rolled
or
a
a
2.
9? That's a 9. So they go up. You go after them.
Yep.
All right. So going at the this is a very interesting initiative order. At the very top of the round, we have Farron and Gal. So to clarify, for the sake of this, is anyone? I'll just ask this up front for the sake of brevity. Is anyone doing anything on their turn other than trying to sprint and make chase?
Not yet.
I gotta get 1 closer. That's all I gotta do.
Yes, because if you do anything else other than chasing currently, you would be moving back 1 gap automatically, and then
Oh wait, I'm gonna yell at.
I'm asking if we're taking part of chasing. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. Well, yes. Well, all of you guys are in the chase scene, but I'm asking if you guys are doing anything other than sprinting to try to keep up.
I'm gonna yell at Farron that if Tycoon kills this guy.
Wait, What was that?
If Tycoon kills this fucker, I'm going to smash it!
Oh wait, shit! Hang on, I forgot Typhoon. Typhoon. Oh, Typhoon is equidistant. Typhoon is also 3 gaps away.
Typhoon would be in front of us because Typhoon was ahead of us, like slightly ahead of Gal and Farron.
They were, however, you're in the same distance bracket, quote unquote. You were very close to one another, so you'd still be in like this gap, but you're all like slightly up forward and backward from one another.
So we move from here. So from here to here, or from here to here.
It's technically here to here. This is all like one gap.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Yeah, I just extended it so that there's more room for models and also it looks pretty. Yeah. All right. So, in that case, does Farron or Gal wish to do anything other than speak and or run?
Since I know, like, Farron knows that Gal is just probably just faster, he's probably just, instead of really catching up, he would probably try and just, like, shoot away debris for him to get a clear visual, or just get over obstacles quicker.
Okay, so how are you going to accomplish that is the question.
If I need to keep up, then I'll just have to make the con saves.
Yeah. You're currently about 3 gaps away. Yeah, 3 gaps away from the quarry, from the orc running, which is about 90 feet, give or take. And if you do attempt to try to shoot or do something to make some blockage, you'll be 4 gaps away than the next turn.
I'm completely not in for trying to grab him. I'm completely just trying to assist.
Okay, so you're taking your turn to basically assist. Okay.
Yeah.
How are you going about doing that? Is the question. You said you're going to try to make some blockages for this guy to trip and tumble over.
No, he's trying to make some way for Gal to be able to get.
Oh, I see. Okay, sorry, I misheard that.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to do. Thank you.
Cool. Nuts. So, like I said, how are you attempting to do that? Are you just like trying to move shit? Are you trying to use magic? All right, if you want to.
He has a lot of range. So
I'll say for this, roll an Arcana check to see how well you're able to clear the way for your fellow mates. Natural 20.
All right.
So. As everyone else watches, the orc currently, profusively bleeding, out by the way, very much on their last legs, currently sprinting through the woods, trying to get away from the menagerie of people chasing after him. They leap over a log, trying to outmaneuver and try to make pace, try to get gaps between them and the chasers. And Nox is able to at least hop over it relatively fine. And as Farron and the rest of the people in the back, seeing the log and some of the other foliage, you just aim your gun forward, letting the others move ahead of you, and boom! There is this shot of arcane energy, splinters flying as the arcane projectile crashes into the log and just sends out this plume of arcane smoke for Gal and your friends to just bolt through the gap. They will be making everyone in the last bracket will be making their skill challenge at they're making their skill challenge at advantage.
Yeah. Get that sick assist.
Unfortunately, Farron, you'll be moved back 4 gaps, which I don't have enough room on this tile to show that. So for the sake of this, you'll be in the corner.
So you're going down.
Nobody puts Farron in the corner.
Just remember that you're 4 away currently. So
I misspelled Cho or Chi. So I have a question for I have more of a question on my familiars.
Yes, it still behaves as regular combat did. That aggro, you directly control aggro, and then Tycoon will be going after you.
Oh, because I was about to ask, like, can that moment switch because now we're in a different initiative, or no?
I would say if you do want to change, like, for the sake of the future, like, tell me, like, basically as we're getting combat ready. But I'll say for this, I'll allow you to switch it.
Yeah, that's why I was asking before after the initiative, because I know
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
have your attention.
Yeah, when you,
that's why I'm
long
telling
story
you.
short, when you go out on adventures, you choose what your dominant companion is, whether it be aggro or tycoon. Which
Okay,
that's the
so
one
I'll
you
choose a
directly
dominant.
control. The other one goes after you and is not directly controlled.
Well,
So-
after this, I think Tycoon might just be perma my side at that point.
Okay, all right.
We'll discuss that later.
Yeah. Either way, so to clarify, you are directly commanding Tycoon at this rate.
Yeah, at this rate.
Okay, what you making Tycoon do, buddy?
Okay, so I know Aggro's probably very aggressive. I know what.
Yeah, he is.
do.
Yeah. Aggro is currently like foom, like making heavy flaps with their wings, trying to get closer. Meanwhile, Tycoon is currently like half kind of clutched in in Aggro's talons, just floating, trying to like half float along while keeping some rocks in his orbit.
If I could commit, I would think more like a checkpoint, to kind of like in case of any of us losing the target, since Aggro is just clearly there. I want Tycoon to be like a checkpoint.
Okay, so just having Tycoon drop off for a bit to keep up ahead, like, hey guys, over here, type of thing. Okay, so also helping.
Tries to hide, so basically, if this guy tries to hide, they would at least know that like either Aggro is chasing him or that Tycoon's there to show that like, yeah, there's you're getting closer.
This fucker's not
Okay.
hiding.
Okay, I'll say for this, roll a... What would this be for Tycoon? Actually, what skill check do you think Tycoon would make in order to acknowledge and get the attention of his friends? His? Hers? They? I don't really know what the gender of Tycoon is at this point. It's a rock.
It's a rock that blends in, so it's probably gonna be something charismatic. Because it's a presence. It's presence to notice a floating rock.
Sorry. What skill check would you say that would be?
I was thinking of like either raw charisma, like a raw charisma check, or maybe performance for the lulz.
I'll allow for that for charisma. Let's see what happens. 4.
Man.
So Tycoon, you very quickly realize as Tycoon's like trying to like float around, like, hey guys over here, trying to get people's attention. They're a rock, surrounded by rocks. As shiny of a rock that they themselves are, they're also kind of covered in mud, so they're surprisingly well camouflaged amongst the foliage. So as they're like, hey guys, go this way, there's just a sudden foam of people going by, and they're just like, oh, welp. And they just kind of float up to your side. Could just kind of float back out into the field, trying to still keep up as they move back one gap.
Well, he tried. Good job.
It was a good idea. Don't get me wrong, it was a good idea.
Valiant effort.
Alright, next up then, Aggro is going to be taking their turn sprinting, so they shall be making their skilled contest as per normal.
Does the fact that they're flying change anything?
They have a faster movement speed, so that'll certainly help. But nonetheless. Actually, wait, no, they have a slightly... we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Anyway. Gal, I believe now you're up to do your stuff and things.
Okay. So, I know you've let me do this before. I don't know if you'll let me do it again, but I do have that 5-foot skip that I have because of Swarmkeeper.
What allows you to do that again? I forget.
My Gathered Swarm.
Right. Okay. So you'd basically be moving have an extra 5-foot movement speed per turn.
Yeah. If you
okay.
let me.
Every 6 turns, you go an extra square.
Yeah. Well, okay. For this, if you're just taking your turn to sprint, you would have a +4 to the you'd have a +4 to the skill check.
Okay.
So, yeah, unless you're doing anything else to try to fuck with this orc guy before that happens.
Yeah, no. If I spend my action to do anything else, I lose it.
Okay. So you're just trying to make distance, trying to go speed. Okay.
So what do I need to roll?
Nothing currently. The skill contest goes at the end of everyone's initiative.
Okay, so advantage and a +4.
Correct. Yes, you currently have advantage and +4.
Got it.
The orc is taking their time to just run, so they do nothing else on their turn. Nox. Oh, also, oh my god, totally forgot. Back to Gal. Typhoon. Is there anything that Typhoon's doing other than sprinting currently?
No.
Okay. Now it's Nox. Hello? Nox, you good?
Yeah.
I realized I was still muted. I'm a sprinter.
Oh no! There you go. You're just sprinting? Okay, perfect. Yep. Yeah, you just hear the blast of energy behind you. Oh shit! Okay,
and
I guess they look like they're fine.
Scream out to the rest of my party, I need this one alive!
Yeah, just after hearing Gal's response, like, okay. Also, oh, my apologies, I never actually added Kumal to the initiative. Whoopsie. Well, guess they're going now. So yeah, you're just sprinting and screaming, which is quite understandable. All right, next up then we have Kumal. I'm gonna need you to first and foremost make a con save. This is a DC 10.
Oh, because you have to like actually sprint to go forward, or can you not just go like normal movement?
You have to. Okay, if you're not spending your turn to sprint, you'll be losing one gap.
Even though he has Expeditious Retreat and is getting extra movement?
That will give him bonuses to the skill check.
Okay.
However,
Okay.
yes. Yeah. That gives bonuses to the skill check that you still need to sprint.
Ooh, don't do me dirty. Hey!
18, you're fine. No, the magic pumping through your veins is making up for the slowly draining adrenaline going through your body, and you're still able to keep trucking.
Gas, gas, gas!
I'm gonna step on the gas tonight alive. So, DMCA. So, now that we've reached the end of the initiative, I would like everyone to roll for me a acrobatics check, and this can be using either your strength or dexterity. So...
Does this include me?
Yes it does.
Alright.
Because you're still in the race, technically.
Okay, so for Kumal's speed bonus, how would that affect his roll?
It doesn't matter.
Oh,
Jesus Christ!
I'm a coming.
Alright.
Sanic.
I will still read through the rules for the sake of people's modifiers, but nonetheless. For every 5 feet of movement above 30 a creature has, add +4 to their modifier for the skill check. For every 5 feet below 30, you have a -4 modifier. So if you have 25, it's -4 and so on. Creatures who can use an ability, such as the Rogue's Cunning Action, to take the dash action twice in one round, or other similar abilities to increase speed, gain advantage on their chase contest roll. So even if you didn't have advantage, you still got a fucking natural 20, Kumal.
And I got a 25.
Sheesh. Oh yeah, you got a 25 because of the +4. Alright, let's see how well this orc rolls.
Not good enough.
Actually surprisingly well. Plus their modifier. They're absolutely using their strength. They rolled a soft 20.
Not.
So...
Still not enough.
So in that case, going down the list, Kumal's moving forward. Gal is moving forward.
Oh, hold up. We forgot someone.
Oh wait, hang on. Oh wait, sorry, it's by five or more. By 5 more. So it's okay. If it's it has to be by 5 or more. So Gal is currently in. Gal is at the same spot. Kumal's moving forward. Nox is moving back. And that still leaves Aggro, Typhoon,
Oh.
And of course, Typhoon also gets a natural 20. So, as Nox is starting to fall back, having trouble keeping up as they meet up with Gal, both Typhoon and God, this is like a fucking horse race. Typhoon and Kumal are able to sprint ahead, with Tycoon not too far behind. What did you roll? Farron got a 13. You are now back 5 gaps, and you're even further in the corner. As you can see your friends, and you can see the trail they're running off in the distance, but they're starting to get a bit far away.
You fool! You're now in range.
All right, now Typhoon's good. Tycoon, I still need to roll for, as well as aggro.
Wait, hold up. He got a soft 20.
He got a soft 20, yes.
I got a 25.
Oh, that's right!
Yeah.
My apologies, I did math wrong. So yes, you're also with everyone else on this end.
Hey,
So,
buddy.
We meet again.
Let me go with Tycoon. They're absolutely using Dex. Okay, unfortunately, they are moving back next to
I was
Nox
gonna
as you.
laugh. So.
And then finally, aggro. Yes, it's a very, very interesting time. Aggro technically has a 25-foot flying speed, but I'll allow them to use their walking speed for the sake of rule of cool. So it's just standard. However, now using their dex to move forward for acrobatics. 17. Okay, unfortunately they still move back, but nonetheless. So, the orc is as much as they are bleeding out, their heart is pounding in their chest as the fight or flight sensation is kicking in, and they are bolting like
He's
a
in
fucking
range.
like a as the predators continue to chase down their prey. As much as there is a small amount of distance for some being gained, others are beginning to close in. So,
I will
would
not be
Gal?
running.
So cool. So Gal and would Gal or Farron like to go first, or would you like to do something together?
I was planning on since aggro fell back. I'm choosing between either like assisting Gal to go even further in, or to keep a visual on the orc. That's really the main concern.
I'll say at this point you are currently 60 feet away from Gal, approximately. Like as they're continuing to try to sprint forward.
I mean, that's still in range for Eldritch Blast.
True, but nonetheless. But you're 60 feet away from Gal, and then you'd be, if you're 5 feet away from the orc, you're 150 feet away from the orc. So they are just a blip at the very end looking down this path. It's hard to keep a very good eye on them, but you can at least see aggro continuing to keep chase off in the distance, so you know they're still there. As much as it's hard for you to make out them. But you can still try to roll another Arcana check to help your allies. Or if you just want to sprint to try to catch back up with your friends.
I should probably try and catch up just so
Okay.
I can at least
So you're just sprinting.
assist furthermore. Yeah,
Alright.
I'll sprint.
Tycoon, do anything other than sprinting?
Just be by my side for now. Right now we need to catch up to aggro.
Back to your side, so because
Or when I catch up to Tycoon, because
okay, so they're just
Tycoon
gonna
needs to go-
sprint as well.
Yeah.
I presume. Okay. Is aggro going to be sprinting? Yeah, aggro is going to continue to sprint to try to get closer because most of their stuff is melee. Alright, perfect. So then going up to Gal. Alright, let's hear it. What the fuck you doing?
I think, oh, he's within 90 feet. I'll have Typhoon go for the assist.
Okay, that will put them back 1 gap, but it can still help.
Yes. And he's within range of Ray of Frost.
Yeah, they're taking a moment to shoot some icicles to try to blast some of the rubble that the orc is currently trying to hurdle and like swing through.
Do you want me to roll for that?
What you rolling? Sorry.
For Typhoon to roll for that.
Oh yeah, I'll say this would be an Arcana check because it is using their magical capabilities.
He's proficient.
I know she is.
Wait, hold up. Oh, that should be a +6, not a +5.
Hang on.
So-
Is it? Oh, my apologies. So then, yeah, you're correct. It should be a plus. It should be a +6. So just add 1 to whatever this roll will be.
Yeah.
So 24 doesn't even fucking matter. Yeah. So you're trying to help out yourself or another one of your party members?
The group in general, clearing the way.
Okay. So I will say, for the sake of this, because of the natural 20 from Farron, they were able to help everyone in their bracket.
Okay. If not, then just me.
Yeah. In that case, yeah. Normally it would be choose one, but because Farron got a natural 20, they got to do special shit. So just yourself with helping you. Cool. All right, perfect. So, and Gal, you're just continuing to sprint.
I'm an Ray of Frost.
Your Ray of Frosting. Okay. Now, what's the range again on Ray of Frost?
60.
Yeah, just barely within range. All right, roll to hit.
The fuck is Ray of Frost? There it is.
Wait, what's the
20.
range?
Well, sorry, what's that, Kumo?
Every square's how far then?
Every gap which is like indicated by the black lines, the thick black lines.
Oh, this man's been in range for a while. I didn't even need to move.
Oh, so, yeah, sorry, it's not each square. Sorry, I should have clarified. My apologies.
Oh no,
Yeah.
it's fine.
It's every band. It's every bracket is 30 feet.
Now I can just chill.
Okay. There's a Ray of Frost. All right, roll damage.
Also, strength save, bitch.
Oh boy. That is. Oh, okay. They rolled very high. That is a total of. Sheesh, 21 to succeed.
That succeeds, but its movement speed is still reduced by 10 feet.
By 10?
Yep,
Okay.
by 10.
Alright, so that's a -8 on their next skill check once that happens.
That's
Because
wild.
fuck him, apparently. They're
He's
still
not
alive.
getting away.
They're still alive somehow, as some of the blood spilling down their chest. As the Ray of Frost hits them in the back, that blood begins to coagulate.
Their legs.
Oh, for the legs. Okay. Okay, in that case, aiming for the thigh, I'll say, for this. The blood running down their leg and the wounds, pouring out across their body. While the wounds technically do close for a brief moment, you watch as the blood begins to crystallize and freeze in those wounds as the body is slowly beginning to sort of harden and solidify, trying to move his currently limping leg now. They're trying to get away, but they're having some trouble. So
Get in trouble there, mate. Don't worry. We can end it now, just give up.
the orc briefly turns back to see how close you guys are getting before just like their eyes widen, they just trying to limp even quicker. Yeah, they're trying to run almost with like a limp leg with pins and needles right now. It's not great. So Farron already took their turn. Typhoon already did their thing. It is the orc. They're just trying to run. I've seen that. They're currently taking their turn to run. However,
Did you skip
I
Knox,
will
by the way?
I'm after.
no, not yet, not
Oh,
yet.
okay.
There'll be
Okay,
just a moment.
making sure.
However, Gal is the highest fucking passive here. Gal, you do note as they're trying to limp their way forwards, you do see them continuing to like pant heavily and continue trying to run before like there's almost like a look of recognition or like remembering something before they're going to reach to grab at their hip for something. They'll be doing it next turn. However, they have not had the chance to do that yet.
He's reaching for something!
There is no next turn.
We'll have to see. All right, Nox, how you doing? You just sprinting, or are you trying something?
Still sprinting.
All right.
Nothing else I can really do. Just yelling, alive, please.
All right. Next up, then Kumal. All right, lay it on me.
So, I need to make sure for doing non-lethal, can Are we
Yeah.
allowing to do it with spells if it's like force damage or any bludgeoning damage?
If it's as long as it's not an AOE, I'll allow it.
Beautiful. Now the question is, do I do
Yeah.
a second level or magic missile or catapult?
I mean, that's up to you, my guy.
I like
Do you
the
wanna hit-
sniper shot.
Do you want a sniper shot magic missile, or do you want to hit him with a rock?
Oh, I want a sniper shot. I'm right in the ankle. I'm gonna blow that
Okay.
ankle off.
All right, yeah, and magic missile automatically hits, so roll me them bones.
Nope, catapult. Catapult.
Oh, catapult. Okay, roll to. All right, give me
It's
that.
not
Give me
showing
that.
up. That's
you
weird.
Sure?
You roll.
That's weird. Hang on.
You sure you want to
Me.
do that instead of
Are you
guaranteed?
sure? Are you sure you don't want to take the potion?
Shush,
out
you're
of
not
this-
here. Shush. Save it.
That's
Save
pretty
save your comments for your turns. Let me.
I know. I know a quick fix to this.
Oh, that's weird. It worked for me.
Well, we'll take it.
So it is a Dex save, DC 15 for our orc boy here.
Wasn't that at second level?
No, it's first level.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm saving
They
for
rolled
level.
high, but they aren't super dexterous. So actually, not too bad. That is an 18 for half damage,
Fuck!
which is.
Oh wait,
however,
that's
that,
right.
However, that is still. I believe that is halved rounded down to 6 points of bludgeoning damage. Is it bludgeoning or force? I actually can't
That
recall.
would be
Either way.
bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning. Alrighty. So, I'll say in that case, as the... what projectile are you using to hurtle towards them?
Whatever rock is the furthest away from me and the closest to him. I'm just going
Okay.
straight for his ankle, blowing that leg off or foot off.
Going... Okay, so...
Non-lethally.
Yes, I understand that. So, as you see the leg begin to chill and freeze up... The frost beginning to creep up their leg and the blood starting to crystallize and cause even more damage inside the limb. You see that moment and think, "Oh, this is gonna be fun," and you quickly mutter an incantation as much as it'll slow you down. And as you finish the gesture, one of the rocks nearby the orc's ankles flings out in their direction, about the size of a softball, and it impacts directly into his ankle as you can hear a loud audible crack. And his body just crumples down into a heap. Currently squirming and scrambling. They have been incapacitated, however, they're still alive for at least a moment. As the chase scene ends and you have successfully knocked down your quarry as they are letting out screams of pain.
Wise man once told me, it doesn't help to run, you'll only die tired.
Also, speaking of... one more thing for everyone's turns. What is the con modifiers of everyone? Is it above 1?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So in that case... I believe Kumal is the only one. Because of all the spells that you put on you, you are taking 1 point of exhaustion from all the fucking that you did to get here.
Yeah, I know.
You managed to avoid more, but still. And I'll say at this point, like I said, the chase sequence as well as combat ends. As now you just hear,
I'm a time up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. As they're trying to like crawl away on like arm after arm, trying to climb over a rock, you just grab them by the leg, just dragging them back.
I'm not. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna drag him by the leg.
Yeah, and with that, you just like just grab, not even just grabbing them by the limbs to just tie them down.
As I'm getting closer, once I get close enough to him, I would like to do something.
Okay, and as the rest of your compatriots manage to catch up at this rate, Farron a bit far behind, but still eventually, you see Gal currently over top of this orc, just tying up his at least tying up his arms, I presume. Yeah, as he's just screaming in pain.
I'm gonna tie up the good leg so I can carry him easier.
Yeah. And you could see this immediately because of, your knowledge of medicine and healing. The partially frozen leg that got hit with that catapult, yeah, there's some shards of frozen meat as the leg has just cracked It is sufficiently broken. He ain't moving anywhere.
Okay. Can I do a medicine check to make sure he's not like bleeding out or actively dying right now?
Okay, yeah, I'll allow that. Let me get some.
That one.
Oof.
Someone fix.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're not yeah, in the heat of the moment, your head's spinning, your blood's still pumping, your heart is pounding as you just look down, with a look of anger and frustration in your eyes. Like, not even
knowing how to deal with this.
Can I have a try?
like now that you've actually caught him, like, oh fuck, now what do I do? Fuck!
Can
Like,
I finish what I needed to do?
Sure, absolutely.
I'm asking Gal, is that okay?
Yeah, no, sorry.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
In doing that then, do I see any like actively open wounds?
There are the various wounds that were made earlier in the combat that are still bleeding.
That's fine. That's cool. In Orcish, I am going to kind of lean closer to him and just say, on second thought, you know what? I'll save you for later. And I'm going to slice open my hand
Okay.
and drip blood on an open wound.
Oh, right in the foot stump.
Oh?
Because I know I'm infected. And I want to make sure if this guy somehow gets away from us, he takes the infection back to his tribe.
Okay. I'll say roll intimidation check with disadvantage because he doesn't know what the fuck you're doing.
That's fine. I don't want him to know.
I don't know.
Okay.
Start bleeding on me. I'll be pretty intimidated.
Alright, give me a sec. Also, give me a second to change over the music. Yeah, sure, this is good. Actually.
Hi.
Speaking of, what equipment do I have right now?
Hi.
Also, wait,
So
why
I
is the
noticed something.
ambiance not playing?
I noticed something about the overlay that is incorrect. It's using my refugee first name, but my real last name.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
My apologies. Yeah, I'll change. I can change that after.
Yeah,
after the
you might
session.
want
My
either change it
apologies.
to change the first name to Blazier or the last name to Blitzen.
Yeah, I actually forgot about that. That's my apologies. Give me a moment. Where is the thing?
Yeah, no, that's the second thing that I noticed that was wrong with the UI.
I'll fix
Which
it.
the first we've needed to fix, which is
I'll use this one.
roll
This
20
works.
chat needs to be slightly adjusted.
I don't want to take too long with this.
We can do all that later.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, no wonder I didn't hear the ambiance, because for some reason Fred was muted on my end.
Oh, because it's Pixel.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, a few days ago. Yeah, but that's whatever. Okay. So now you guys should be able to hear the wind and the nice music.
Oh, speaking of
Fredbot is server muted.
Anyways, back to the game.
Wait, no, it's server dev. Never mind.
Guys. So, as the currently terrified, like half scrambling orc, like the adrenaline is still pumping through their system, looks up at you as you drip their blood down onto the wound. You do hear them respond, it's hard to make out any like response that they're trying to make, partially because of the dialect, and also they're in a state right now, as they're just like they're still panicking. They're still in fear currently, as
Good.
like they're panicking.
Now, would you mind if I make a medicine check?
Yes.
Sure, absolutely.
Because my medicine isn't that bad.
15. So, looking at this guy, I mean, of course, his leg is fucked. He is this is definitely some form of a combination of frostbite mixed with a compound fracture. Going down that leg, it is not pretty. It's like if you dip someone's leg in liquid nitrogen and chucked a rock at it. It ain't pretty. Yeah, it's still mostly in one piece, but there's definitely it's not really going to be easily salvageable. If you want to keep this guy alive, he's probably going to need an amputation, or you want to get the information out of him quick.
I think the infection can kill him.
That too. Well, that's a much slower one.
Is it the preferred one?
So I'm gonna
Good
cast
question.
exposition on that.
Okay.
Tourniquet. Oh boy, we need a tourniquet.
Bum.
Is anyone going to attempt to tourniquet this man?
Tourniquet.
Whoever decides to, I can help with that, so they can get it.
Do you have proficiency in medicine?
Fuck,
I do
no, but
Because
I
this
have-
would really
have
need to be a
my
medicine
modifier.
check.
Yeah,
Okay.
it would. I can do that. I do have 2 things. I need you to tell me if either of them are applicable in this situation.
Okay.
I have an Arctic moss bandage.
Then this is processed. This is, crafted.
Yes.
Okay.
And I have a green moss salve.
Okay. The bandage, you would be able to help to make this this medicine check with advantage.
Okay.
To prevent him from... To at least treat the major injury.
Okay. That's what I'll use then. I have 2, so remind me to remove the second one off of my
Okay.
list.
Yep.
Because I don't know how to do that currently.
Hmm.
But
This is everyone.
Gal is also helping. Is that right?
Well, Gal would if they had proficiency in medicine, which they
Okay.
don't.
Okay. So I'm gonna see if I can possibly fix this man's leg. Hopefully it's not another nat 1. There we go.
That is a 21. All right. You with the bandaging that you have, as well as some rope and other stuff on hand to do this very first aid DIY, to tourniquet the leg enough so that it's not going to keep bleeding out everywhere, and he's going to at least survive for a bit longer. Though he's probably going to need an amputation if you're going to want to consider keeping him.
Understandable, but we can do that once we get back to the tent.
Yeah, that's our future you problem.
Yep.
Yeah. So, as for whether or not he ends up getting infected, well, we'll have to see.
We'll find out.
Yeah, if it catches hold. All right. So yes, after the initial fight or flight response has gone through, and that you're treating the leg, there's just a. Eventually, the breathing is starting to slow, as much as he's still kind of wincing and kind of gritting his teeth in pain, because
Ouch.
as he just looks up at you. And now that fear is starting to turn to anger somewhat, as the teeth are bared looking up at you.
I'm
That's
gonna have him on the ground. I'm gonna sit towards his head, pull out my gun, point it at him, and then say, "All right, now we get to ask some questions."
And this is what he responds with in Orcish, able to make up. What do you want, Melchizar?
Oh, we're name calling now, apparently. But he wants to know what you want, Gal.
Okay, I just want to know. Let's see. Where are you headed?
Another intelligence check from Nox, just a little tidbit of info.
14?
Technically it's a check, but not a save, but I'll allow it.
Oh, shit. I'll move over.
That's
It's
fine.
the same,
Same modifier. Same modifier, so it's
the
whatever.
same 0.
Yeah. With the 14, you're pretty sure the rough translation would be weak blood.
That's fine. I knew he
Yeah.
was name calling.
Yeah. At least the name is all. Yes. Actually, clarification. Do you speak back in Orcish, Gal, or are you just responding back in Common?
I was gonna translate for him because I know Gal doesn't
Oh, you're
speak
translating?
Orcish.
Okay, so yeah.
I thought you did.
Takes
I can only speak in common.
Yeah.
Oh. See,
It's
oh.
Farron and I that speak in Orcish.
So do you tell
too.
Nox that he name called him?
Yes, I did.
All right, I'm gonna use him as a footrest now.
he just looks up at The entire party at this point with resentment and anger to some degree, even though like trying to wince through the pain.
So I'll translate what Gal asked.
Kill me if you want.
No
no.
use to me dead. After all, you're my prize now.
Why should I tell you?
Oh, you don't have to. But as of now, you can't return to your tribe. And even if you got away from me, you'd bring back all kinds of hell when you returned. I made sure of that when you got my blood.
You think my blood will be weakened by yours?
Oh no, you'll be infected. There's a difference.
The brow kind of furrows looking up at you.
Oh, do I need to explain infection, disease, plague? Are you smart enough to understand that one?
Deadly thing to an army.
We know of them.
And as of right now, I'm infected and so are you. So if you get away from me, I'm happy to let you bring that home to your tribe.
Our shamans will treat it. And if they
Oh yeah,
cannot...
I'm sure they can, just like our tribe can. And I, a healer, that's fixing your leg. And as I say that, I like lean into it really hard.
The leg?
Yeah. As somebody that understands it very well and can treat it just fine. I get you.
Roll intimidation.
I'm not intimidating.
Can I assist since I've been helping?
Yeah, since he's got his gun to his head.
A gun, and I'm using him as a footrest.
I'll say if you could say one more thing to add on to it, I'll allow for advantage.
Well, you see, if you get away, that's the only... Well, you being here right now is the only thing keeping the people you love alive.
Okay,
I'll
Nox, roll
translate.
Nox, roll the check with advantage.
So he does know common.
No, he does not know common. Nox is translating for Gal.
Ah.
Yeah, 16. If I must die so that my people may live, then so be it.
Alright. Boys, shall we drag him back now?
Yes, but I'd like to do something first along the way.
Sounds fine with me.
Alright, so he's gonna
As long
pick
as
him
I know
up.
he's not actively bleeding out, I'm good with that.
Gal is gonna pick him up and take him over the corpse of his companion.
As you pick him up and start carrying him back, there's a moment before they spit blood in your face.
Oh, that's not very nice.
I'm gonna drop him. Pick him back up.
I will also clarify for the sake of this, while I do allow torture for happen, there's only a certain point before we'll go screen fades to black. Don't get
No,
We're
I'm
on
not
Twitch,
going too
remember?
crazy.
Yeah.
No, I'm just like, he wants to spit in my face, I'm gonna drop him.
That's fair.
We're a
Just
little
for the
bit
sake of everyone knowing. Yes.
We're a little bit gruesome today as it is.
Yep. Yeah, you guys. I'm not going into detail, but his leg is fucked up. Like he is brutally fucked up.
Yeah, I'm keeping it mild.
But yeah, so as you just drop him, there's just that moment of and just pick him back up to continue carrying him. It's a bit of a ways getting back to his compatriot because you guys ran for a little while. It's at least a couple 100 feet back, trying to make a decent pace.
Gal, where are we going?
Well, you see, we have someone who needs to be buried.
Also,
Understandable.
Gal, one other thing that you note as you kind of feel it, like poking against your your side as you're carrying this guy, the thing that they were going to reach for at their belt, you can see a horn.
Oh yeah, we
Sounds
never
about right.
searched him.
I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that. That's mine now.
Yeah, you just pull it off and just take it for yourself. You can add one. It looks to be like the horn of some kind of animal, whether it be a like a bull or some other similar like bovine type of creature.
Can I take a quick moment and actually like search his body, make sure he has
Sure.
nothing he shouldn't have?
Absolutely.
And
Roll investigation.
Say
I would like to do that on the body that we killed, that we're returning to.
Okay, I'll say it'll be a little bit before you guys get back to those, but
Farron was already doing that.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear it. I'm sorry. My bad.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're a bit
I
further
know.
back, so I'll say at this point you're able to get back to the bodies to just say, well, they caught him. I'll go back ahead. I'll let you know when the rest of the group gets over to where Farron and the bodies are. But yeah,
By what he's not supposed to, as long as he's clothed, he doesn't get anything else.
that's fair. The clothing that he is currently wearing clearly seems to be like scrabbled together like furs and hides and stuff like that. Like basically in a loincloth to cover his nether regions, along with like other bands of like fur, like almost like leg warmers and padding to keep warm. Outside of that, you see on his body, you see spears. At least you see 2 spears. You see, looks like a hand axe, almost like a tomahawk. All of these are made with flint, by the way, like flint spearheads and stuff like that.
Just nope, mine, thank you.
Mm-hmm. And there is a bit of another bag on this like a pouch, seemingly either of like a skin or like the organ of some type of creature, that currently has like red stains and is kind of wet at the bottom.
Oh,
presumably meat of some kind.
I would suggest that you
we'll
leave
look
that
through some.
be.
Well, P gets nothing, so I'll hold on to it for later.
Okay. Do you open it, or are you just taking it?
Oh, I'll save myself the trouble later. I have a
fair.
theory.
Doesn't smell great.
I have a theory.
You pull it. You take it off of their body and put it to your side. And they can't really do much except give just glaring looks at you guys as you just search up and down the body. Yeah. Other than that, you don't really find much else in terms of memorabilia.
I'm gonna ask him what his companion's name was.
I'll continue to translate.
He's dead now.
Yes, well, just because he's dead doesn't mean he can't have a proper burial now, can he?
Just no response.
I thought an orc would know that much respect. Apparently not.
He needs no burial. He has already returned with us.
Well then, what funeral rite would you like to give him?
I do not think you will eat him.
As he says that, Nox is like slowly lifting his leg up to her mouth, like, eh.
Don't touch that. Don't touch that.
Fine.
Yeah, at this point, most of the feeling left in his leg is kind of gone, so he doesn't really respond much to that.
I was making the joke that I was trying to eat the other one. That's dead.
The other leg. Okay, I see. Just, yeah, he just sees you do that kind of mockingly, and he just looks at you. You do not understand us.
No, I don't. I don't understand why you came all the way down here hunting a people that are gone from your lands.
They are cowards.
They are not your problem. They are gone from your lands.
You're calling them cowards, yet you're the one who ran from us. Sounds kind of cowardly to me.
I ran to warn my people.
Understandably. Once again, not their problem now, are they?
If I must be your prey, then so be it.
That's fine, you can be our problem. But they're not yours.
Just looks kind of like forward in the middle distance, looking up at the skyline.
That's perfectly fine. This guy can be as emo as he wants to be, staring out the window of the bus. I don't give a shit.
Yep. Yeah, no reason. No, he doesn't have much to respond to. I'll say at this point, the party manages to catch up with Farron and the rest of the bodies. With a... if you could roll an investigation check for me, Farron.
Alright.
So at this point, we just go back over to the... That's a 13.
Ooh.
Let me head back to the where you guys are currently. Boop.
I
Let's
think my
see.
main priority is to just close the eyes.
Yeah.
Or at least see them.
Yes.
I cannot see.
Just yes, the
Yeah,
void.
because again you're not here.
Ah,
I can't either, to be fair.
Oh,
do you mind if I go?
Let me
Do you mind if
grab-
I just open Twitch?
That's fine. Yeah, it's whatever.
You
Kumal's here as well. There you go.
might want to scroll over on the Twitch side of things.
Yep. Give me a second. Sorry, I'm transitioning a few things. Yep.
I mean, I'm
Here's the
trying
void.
I'm trying not to look at Twitch unless I'm allowed to.
Yep. You're fine. Yeah, there's nothing for you to spoil yourself on, so you're good. Okay, so yeah, you guys eventually make your way back. With the 13, unfortunately, looking at the Dragonborn corpse, they have been basically butchered. They've been butchered and treated as like an animal for slaughter. Various bits of them have been basically cut off and set off in like a pile, kind of next to where the body was. Both of the wolf corpses are royally fucked. They didn't really have any sort of like collars or identifiable like markings, save for a small amount of you're not sure if that's blood or war paint or both. That's kind of staining some of the edges of the fur, kind of around like the head and neck area. For some form of identifier. And of course, the muzzle, even before all of the fighting, was like soaked in blood. As for the other orc guy, you also find a singular spear as well as a single spear as well as a hand axe, similarly to the other guy, and also a bag of question mark meat to the side of their pouch, as well as also a horn. Both of them didn't seem to travel fairly lightly.
Is the Dragonborn at all recognizable?
Um,
Because it'd probably be the first time I noticed.
Yeah, because
I'll say at this point, yeah, looking down. Roll an intelligence check. 24. It was a passing glance. However, as much as it was not the leader, or at least the blacksmith, the head blacksmith guy that Nox was talking to, you do recognize the face, at least amongst some of the extra hands.
Yeah, he was
So
one
this
of
was-
ours.
So this was either a worker or an assistant of theirs.
I'm gonna do something on the side here.
Okay.
Off the screen.
If you mind, there was something that I wanted to do.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna put the red orc down, walk up to blue orc, and then he's gonna call Typhoon over.
Yep. Typhoon's
Typhoon.
looking over. Yes.
Now that you have ended this man's life, it is your new responsibility to take on the weight of that decision.
I beg your pardon?
Well, you see, this person had loved ones. Friends. Now the weight of their grief shall forever be on your shoulders.
Roll a charisma check. Sorry, I'll let you continue, but you can roll.
It won't be light, and you'll have to learn to deal with it, but it will always be there.
Okay.
The orc on you. The orc. Are you still carrying the other orc, or did you set them down?
I put them down.
Oh, you did put them down. Right. They're just currently sitting up, looking at you for all of this. And the orc is looking over to Nox with like some form of like recognition, like translate, please.
I will do so.
Okay. And as that occurs, Typhoon just looks up, like quizzically. You expect me to show grief over a bloodthirsty cannibal?
Just because they are enemies does not mean that we shouldn't treat them with respect.
considering amount of horrible deeds that this person has done, I might beg to differ.
Even still, it is a life you've taken, and it is a responsibility you must now take on yourself.
Touche. At least make sure it doesn't come back to haunt me in the end. I'm afraid I don't have much for shovels. And as she says that, and after you translate for the orc over here, which still do not know his name, there is still definitely a look of anger on their face, but it almost seems to, like, soften isn't the right word. But there is definitely a look of recognition, somehow.
Good.
As they're looking on at this.
Just here.
What you doing?
Make a shovel.
Oh, right, yeah, you just conjure. It takes a moment to just pull out, like, you manage to make, like, a gardener's, like, trowel.
Do you mind doing the same for me? I could use one.
You can only do it one at a time.
Understand.
Oh, Baron. Hole.
Sorry.
Don't die.
Ah, yes, Farron, can you mold this earth?
Give me a quick moment as he then begins to
So that's the orc.
mold earth.
See, people say that's the orc dying in game. Sorry.
Good, the infection's taken hold.
No. It's why I went down the wrong pipe. But yeah, you managed to mold earth, and it doesn't take long for you to open up a 5-foot hole into the earth to allow the body to go in.
I'm gonna do some last rites, throw down some prayers.
Okay.
Since there's a rock
Gal will do the same.
Roll for me. Ooh, actually,
Gal will also do funeral rites as well.
I will say for this, Nox, if you could roll a straight d20 for me. However, because of Gal, this will be an advantage.
Okay. There's 4.
It's with advantage and a 14. Let me do some math. Okay. You lower the body into the hole, and as that does so, and you slowly manage to manage to recover the body in earth, you feel a slight, like, tickle at the base of your, like the hairs on the back of your neck kind of stand on end. As if there's, like, a feeling of, like, notice or recognition.
Interesting.
And
have I ever felt anything similar to that before?
Insight check?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
21.
21?
It's not the exact same feeling. However, there definitely have been moments where, like, when you do certain things or pray for certain things, there is, like, a weird, like, give me a sign, type of thing, but there's, like, that slight twitch of something that you're not sure if it's just you overthinking things or if it's actually something divine, some divine intervention or whatever. Looking down at this body, there is you still feel the anger within you about the actions that they have done and everything. However, there's also a feeling of pity that wasn't there before.
Interesting.
You can't really explain it, but you still feel it.
Understandable.
And as it occurs, the orc, the other orc, just kind of looks on as you do so. Seemingly, like, unperturbed, but still, like, a slight look of disappointment, I suppose, looking at them. Their meat shall go to waste, but so be it.
The meat shall be for the worms. If Nox translated what he said.
Yeah, I will. I'll continue to translate if need be.
Their heart shall join their rhythm.
Hopefully so. If carried properly, anyway. Regardless, I think we need to make haste. I want to make it clear that I did bury the Dragonborn as well.
Okay. Same grave or different one?
Probably the same, considering
Okay.
I don't have much of an option there.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I'll say, yeah, before everything, you managed to bury the Dragonborn, similarly to the other one. Which most of what's left is, like... They were like 3/4 of the way through the butchering process, so, like, most of what's left is, like, scraps and bone, except for, like, the face. The face and the face and, like, the end of the tail. And, like, the feet, basically the hands, feet, head, and the very tip of the tail were untouched.
So above game, there's enough for an identifier then.
Yes.
When we get back.
It's like face, appendages, and skeleton. But nonetheless, you're at least able to carefully lower down the body with the help of, like, trying to get something underneath to keep the body from falling apart as you just lower it down and cover it.
Gal is also gonna use his bolas and silk rope so that we can bring the wolf corpses along with this, because I want to actually do something with those.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll allow that.
Oh, we should be doing that? Alright.
You basically are able to get together with, like, other, also,
I'm gonna give Baron... I'm gonna pass out my equipment so that I can carry everything easier.
Yeah. I'll say a survival check for this to make to create a makeshift, like, hammock. Actually, I'll allow Weaver's Tools. Weaver's Tools I'll allow for this. To very much create, like, a DIY hammock carrying, like, stretcher.
With what modifier?
To get these buddy. That would be Wisdom, I would say, for this.
Ooh, boy. 24!
Yeah, it's very DIY, and it probably won't... And, like, probably after this trip, you won't be able to use much else of it, but, like, you at least are able to get together a makeshift stretcher to help carry these.
Making things out of rope.
Yeah, you still should be able to probably salvage, like, most of the rope and the bolas, everything afterward, but at least for temporarily, this should last until getting back to camp.
Yeah.
If there's anything else we need to do here, I suggest we do it now before I start dragging this one back.
I still... Oh, right. We can ask him. Hey! Sir, what... Did you have, any chance, a spot over that hill?
I highly doubt he'll tell us the truth, Gal, but sure, why not? I'll translate.
Why would I damn my people?
That's good to know.
Oh, yes.
No, he basically said he's not responding. Like, he's not saying yes or no.
That's a maybe. So, let us travel. Farron, do you mind grabbing the other arm while we drag him back?
On it.
You take the other arm to hoist him up and help to carry. So, anything else that the party's doing here before heading back towards camp?
Got nothing.
Okay.
As soon as we get in town and we come across someone important, Gal's just gonna be like, hey, don't let anyone travel in groups less than 3.
And we need somebody to go get the captain of the guard. Okay. The one that was with Elenia previous.
Yep. So, oh god, I'm trying to remember, what time was it? It was like mid-afternoon, like early afternoon, I believe.
It was about 11 o'clock when we set out.
11 o'clock? I'll say at this point it's around 1 that you you guys have managed to get back to camp. As once again, I shall move the map. Doodly-loo.
We're heading towards the camp where the sick are, or where are we going?
I would presume towards the main camp, towards the colony, I will say. So.
Okay.
Should us as the infected go back to where the Because we're all. This guy's technically infected. So should we put him in a
I was
place
gonna
where?
head him back to the medicine tent. Is where I was gonna head
back to
because
the
that's where
medicine
Lenny
tent.
and the
Okay.
leader of the guard was.
Okay.
I think that's probably the best idea.
All right. So yeah, you you keep a wide berth around the main colony. There are a few people occasionally that you walk past that do kind of wave in acknowledgement before seeing the bodies. There's a moment of just like looking on at what's happening before they just keep moving with what supplies they have and keep building.
So
any-
Dasher would be back at the orc camp at this point.
okay.
Yeah. We're
So,
headed
yeah,
back
I'll
to
s-
where you were. You were taking a short rest.
Yeah. I'll say.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. At this rate, as the party comes back to camp, however, there are you definitely hear a few voices perk up as you get past the gate, seeing like an orc being stretched in. A few people kind of instinctively grab their weapons for a minute before, like, oh wait, this is different.
He's
What is
injured.
that? Yeah. And they're definitely keeping a very close eye on you. Like some of them the similar gaze before of like, what the fuck are you doing here? But there's definitely others that are more curious, like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, what is happening? Yeah, you even see like one or two children kind of looking on at this site, and most of the parents don't bother to cover their eyes or anything seeing it. As the orc is like your orc friend is kind of propped up to look out at this whole group that he is looking in, still in pain, but also like in disgust and distaste.
Before we get into really into the orcish camp, I want to blindfold him.
Blindfold him? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You could get a strip of cloth or a bandana or something to just wrap around his eyes to just.
Yeah.
Yeah. And at this point, he's just kind of like not really resisting because he can't really at this point.
Good.
He's still alive, and is very clearly disapproving, but he can't stop you, so he's just letting it happen.
Yep.
And eventually, you make your way back over to the sick tent to see Urzul. It looks like they're about to walk back out of the camp, not the camp, the tent, with their face mask and whole getup and everything. Seeing the party, just, oh, what are you? Oh, by the spirits. Seeing this, seeing the the orc in front of you, it's like shock more than anything else. Seeing her eyes widen, looking at this, looking at them, and there's a moment where they just kind of freeze.
Yeah, this is
looking and
this is the
processing.
warring tribe. They've been trying to escape, so I can understand that.
So she kind of pauses for about 3 or 4 seconds before she kind of just take him to the chieftain. He will want to see him.
He's infected.
It spread to them.
Oh, I gave it to him.
You gave it to. You could tell her like the gears are trying to turn in Urzul's head, trying to figure out the process of what happened before she just. It is fine. I will speak to.
If he gets away, he'll take it back to his tribe, and then it'll be their problem too.
He will be one more affected to treat.
Understandable, but I will help you with him. Plus, you're not out too much if he dies, after all.
Sit him in the corner, away from the others.
Will do.
As Urzul just walks off towards further into the village.
Does somebody mind going to get Balkiosh?
I can do it. I need to speak with him anyways.
Okay.
Grazie.
Yeah, and I'll say at this point, where Dasher, would you still be over like towards the medical tent, or would you be like elsewhere in the camp?
Yeah, I was probably like right outside the medical tent.
Okay, so you would see this whole ordeal go down as you just come back out of the tent, looking to see this scene in front
I
of you.
wouldn't be in the medical tent. I would be outside it. So I would.
Well, either way,
You see
it's
us
around.
approaching.
Yeah.
Dasher gives a wave.
Dasha!
We have arrived.
Ooh, what's this?
A present.
Yeah. It's all. You see, it's all tied up. It's all wrapped up for you too.
The body
see, we
kind of
found-
like
Turn his back.
the body just
I'm
kind of
looking him
readjusts
over.
itself.
I'm looking him over. What the fuck did you do to his leg?
We fucked it.
Oh yeah, I'll say this: with the leg is kind of like hanging, like it is like limp, and yeah, it is a limp and bent the exact opposite way it should be.
Yep.
Not as
You're
much
gonna
as he
need to act-
deserves.
I'm not that skilled in medicine, and I know you're gonna need to amputate that if
Oh,
you're gonna want him
definitely.
to. Like, I need that treated before I can actually start.
I mean, that's understandable. The reason why I'm asking for your assistance here is I actually might need you for something else. You see, this lovely gentleman, and I'm just gonna like nudge him into the tent. I was like, this lovely gentleman was eating one of our caravan.
Come
Ew.
to kill him.
I don't know, but he was a dragonborn, and I'd like to notify those close
Okay,
to
I
him.
would like to roll to hit with the intent to knock out.
That's why I pushed him in the
If-
tent
if-
first. I'm in between Dasher and
Yeah.
this man.
If Gallet saw that, he would have tried to stop you.
Yeah, as you go to walk in the tent to give him a piece of your mind, you see Nox and Gal in front of you and blocking your path.
His eyes are slitted.
Oh, I know. That's the
Let
reason
him.
why he's here, and that's the reason why he's damaged, and his other friends are dead.
They aren't dilated like he's high on adrenaline, but he is
Yeah.
angry.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
imagine like the lips are curled back and the fangs are showing.
That's
No, his
same-
face, like outside of his eyebrows being furrowed, he is basically
Right.
stoic.
Okay, yeah.
Can I insight him if you let me?
Ryle.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Because I don't want to say what I'm about to say if I can't read him.
Hmm.
All right.
He
So I'm
seems
going to choose to
frustrated.
fail. I am going to choose to fail.
Okay.
All right.
He wants to start torture as soon as possible,
Yep.
but in order to do that, he needs to be knocked out so that we can amputate.
To
I
make
know
sure
you have-
that's not what causes him to die.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
You can have at him later, but I feel like if you're emotionally charged, it'll only cause more issues than it would help.
Asher
I don't see the
closes his
problem.
eyes and takes a deep breath. Where are the remains?
Buried.
I need to do a proper burial.
We did.
I assume your traditions are different from my own.
All mine.
I honestly don't know. Like, I'm
He's to
asking
return-
Dasher.
He is to return to the mother.
I don't think that's going to be possible.
He will. Why not?
It wasn't so much a body as it was what was left of one.
Explain.
Not in front of people.
Yeah, I'll say like with this whole scene going
Turn
on,
towards Kumal.
there are a lot of eyes towards your group right now.
Turns towards Kumal in Draconic. Explain. As he is taking deep breaths in order to try to keep himself calm.
He just shakes his head, and you can tell he's barely keeping control.
Then let's go away from camp for now. Please.
We need to inform Balkiosh.
Yes, I'm going to go do that. I need to discuss some things with him about how we're going to proceed with this.
Understandable. Have him meet us. Let's set a place outside of camp to where we can talk to Dasher, and then you can grab Balkiosh to meet us here.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah, I'll
when
say
we
that,
get
I'll
back,
say there's like an open clearing between the colony and the camp that could be used for at least like a temporary meeting spot.
and when we get back to the hall, I need to have a talk with Aelris and Tondeshi.
Understandable.
More so Todeshi.
Also tell Tato if she's looking for, if she's still looking for what I requested, probably have her back protected.
I'm just going to. If she's still there, I'm just going to tell her not to go.
All right.
All right, time to find Balkiosh.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say as you make your way back over to the colony.
I'm carrying the
Hilarious.
wolves.
You're still
Are you
carrying
carrying the
them?
wolves? Oh,
Yes,
you're carrying the wolves. Okay.
I'm-
Yeah, you just kind of have yeah, the stretcher is like, I imagine you're kind of like carrying it like a backpack over both shoulders, with like with the wolf corpses kind of like partially wrapped up to make sure they don't fall out.
Yes.
As you're just kind of as you're carrying them along. And I'll say, either what? How are you trying to find Balkion? I will ask.
So what Gal does best? Get up in a high place.
Okay.
And then
Sure,
look.
perception.
Blubby.
Yep, advantage. Yeah. Getting a decent height advantage and looking around, just kind of climbing up into one of the trees that have not been chopped down near the colony. You're taking a look around at the down at the colony where all the buildings are being currently done. You see a bunch of people moving around and like other workers. They don't see a whole lot in terms of like any overseers, outside of seeing a few wood elves that seem to have either like kind of guard positions or like an overseer-esque kind of thing, currently like talking with some of the other workers and like pointing at things to you know to construct said buildings. As for Balkion himself, you don't see him amongst their crew, or nor any of the other staff members, or the officers. However, you do turn your eyes over towards the keep that is currently being built, and the lights are currently on within the main like officer building.
All right, then I'm gonna head over there.
Okay. As you jump back down from the tree, making your way past workers and elven guards alike. These elven guards are in like proper like heavy armor, by the way. Like full blown, somewhat ornamental, but still very functional looking. Sort of elven full plate mail. Some of them have like long swords and other like martial like two-handed weapons at their side. A few of them are actually carrying firearms. Whether mostly like muskets and other similar like rifle style weapons, currently like on their backs as they have like a personal like melee weapon at their side.
Yeah, Gal's gonna like as he sees the muskets, he's gonna give the side of like, ooh, sexy.
Yeah. And you eventually make your way up towards the front gates. And it doesn't take too much for you to get their attention and recognize who you are before they open the gates to let you through and head towards the building.
Thanks,
Looking
lad.
Yeah, they just nod and let you let you walk past. Going towards the building itself, first off, going past the main like common house. Barracks type building that you see a lot of people bustling and working over, and are finishing the roof currently, and currently working on the interior as you go past. Going towards the building proper, the officer building, basically, we'll just say for now, the keep, if you will. Looking in, heading through the front gates, or actually heading up to the front gates, you see two guards similar to before. Which initially halts you for going further in, but after a very brief explanation, one of the guards kind of nods to the other, and they get ready to escort you into the building. Going inside.
Yep, and he's gonna walk in his like, as soon as he sees Balkon, he's just gonna say in Elvish, well, it looks like we got a party coming soon.
It takes a little bit. Going through, like, going down a few halls, heading towards this, it looks like
He'll leave the wolf corpses outside.
That's fair. Yeah, you see the other guy kind of look. The other guard looked down at them like, no. Just keeping an eye on them, but like kind of leaning a little bit to the side as you go past. But yeah, going inside and being escorted to the proper room by this guard. It seems to be well, first off, going off, it is very elaborately decorated in here, very ornate, very obviously like this is a nobleman's like keep building type of thing. Very decorative, a lot of filigree and like patterning to like the stuff on the walls. Like it's very rich and a little bit snobbish for your personal taste.
He's resisting the temptation to just roll his eyes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, there's a few pretty paintings and stuff like that, and like vases that they seem to manage to gotten here. But like, it's very, very over the top. But still, eventually heading towards the either boardroom, war room type of thing. A large central table in this room with sconces and candelabras around the place, with a chandelier on the ceiling. Seeing, looks like the elven officers are currently in the middle of a meeting of some kind as you come up to the doorway, seemingly talk amongst themselves. Not super intensive, like no one's at their throats or anything currently, but they seem to be in some sort of discussion.
Oh, good. Now we have a group. Perfect.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Oh my god, I just forgot his name. Eberos! As Eberos is the first one to take a notice of this being at the very end of the row. And just kind of stands up, gesturing for the people to continue talking, as everyone looks to see Gal, as Eberos comes up to you.
Is Balkion in the room?
He is, just in the seat just to the right-hand side of where Eberos was sitting.
As soon as Eberos walks up, he's gonna point at Balkion and be like, I also need him.
Balkion, if you will. And as Balkion just looks up, the brow furrows a bit before just, slowly standing up. Weapons still at their side, by the way. They're still in their armor. Mm-hmm. As they make their way forward, as they just, keeping their helmet on the table as they walk up. What seems to be the meaning of this disturbance?
So you remember how we went on that scouting mission a few hours ago?
Status report.
We found stuff.
Elaborate.
So, we found 2 orcs and 2 wolves feasting on one of the missing Dragonborn workers. We captured one, killed the other.
You said both the wolves and the orcs were feasting.
Yes.
Figures.
Or at least that's what I assumed.
Oh, gods, we're dealing with cannibals.
Well, here comes the fun part. Might I have a map real quick?
Yes, absolutely. And as Balkion just kind of gestures for a moment, like at the map that is currently on the table, for to just slide it over to the other side. Currently, Alenia and the girls are currently looking on like, what the fuck is happening?
So, Gal is going to start off with, well, first of all, I think we should make it so people can't leave the general area in a group less than 3. Also, when we encountered them, one of them tried to flee, and they tried to flee north. I'm still under the assumption that they are in that area that I was interested in earlier.
I'm afraid it'll be my decision on the treatment of the guards as well as the citizens under my care. However, I will still take this information into good common. I will take this information under great notice. So, how prepared... in what state were these? This was a scouting party, you said?
Yes, very much so.
How... and I'll say, do you cast exposition in terms of the details?
I do cast exposition,
okay. Yeah. And is there anything you're leaving out, or are you just laying on everything?
I'm gonna include the fact of, like, like potential? Would I be able to kind of like get a gist of potential tactics they might use just from what we've learned?
Roll insight check.
Okay.
I'll say this
Yeah,
is
I'm
this
talking
is
about
a
talking about the orcs.
yeah. I know this is like a yeah. This is a after the fact kind of insight check for the sake of figuring out tactics. 22. At the very least, looking at the scouting party here, a lot of skirmish like hit and run type of warfare. That's what they tried to do as they were, as they were trying to flee and go to send a message to the main camp. You didn't run into any of their soldiers proper. However, the most that you can tell is that, at least culturally speaking, or at least what the one scout that you captured was trying to do, is that they don't fear death to some degree. So there is that level of toughness and willingness for self-sacrifice in terms of behavior, presumably. Outside of that, you don't know necessarily how the armies are going to act. Even with the 22, you don't know how their armies are going to act, or you don't know what kind of magic they have at their disposal. Yeah.
Yeah, Gal's just basically using his knowledge so far to the best, like, to the extent of what he can.
We don't know the details about their camp to see how they're organized, but this is still good information to know. Their technology is absolutely inferior to ours as of late. Magically, we shall have to see if further for certain.
Something I've learned throughout my years, even if your equipment isn't inferior than an enemy, it's all about how smart you are about playing the game.
Indeed, I do not intend to take these barbarians for granted. We do not know if they have any foul magics at their disposal.
I know that I have some stuff that I have to deal with back at the guild hall to get them ready and prepped for this. But I would like to at least have someone go investigate that small valley over there.
Indeed. If there was any information amongst my scouts I should say my patrols. Unfortunately, we do not have much to scout out at this current juncture, especially after the information you have given me. While there's not much of my troops to sacrifice on my own, if there was any information gathered, I would have requested that your group, and also being paid accordingly, in order to investigate and, if possible, exterminate any sort of nearby scouting camp.
I agree, but there's only so much we can do. All I ask of you and your men is if you encounter anything, leave and let us know so we can handle it.
Understood. I have already sent out word for our patrols to act on the defensive, never to pursue. As long as we ensure that whatever scouts or hunters come across us do not go back to warn of our position.
Well, anyway, if they think we're weak and vulnerable, we could use that to an advantage. In some possible way.
That is indeed possible. However, there's only so much we can prepare for until we see the main force.
Indeed, that is true. But from what I'm gathering, they're coming from the northeast.
That is good to know. That is why we have set up the watchtowers from such a position, to ensure we at least see them coming from across the field. Should they come from such a direction. Continue.
I'll have our guard and myself be keeping lookouts upon the general field over by where we're located.
Understood. I will also be sending... Well, with the workers coming to your adventurers guilds, there will also be at least one guard accompanying to patrol. Though I was already considering such an effort to ensure that your pet does not misbehave. However, there is even greater necessity from whatever force might ambush us. But if there's any further information discovered, we should let you know accordingly. And if you may.
Likewise.
And if you may deal with this post-haste. Is there anything else you would require of us? Because at this point, Abros has stayed mostly quiet, just listening.
Oh, yes. At the medical bay, that is where the prisoner is. If you're at all interested.
You captured one of the scouts.
Yes.
What state are they in?
Alive.
What
And
injuries have they sustained?
Well, let's just say they won't be able to walk anytime soon.
They won't be able to escape. This is good. Anything else I should know about them?
They are extremely difficult to get information out of so far.
That can be fixed.
Always.
Suppose I'll have to go and speak with this individual myself.
Also, I would recommend you speak to Nox as well.
For?
I think she might have had something to talk with you about. Wait, did Nox have something she wanted to say to him?
Yeah, but it's not any rush, so just
Okay.
like when he gets a chance to make this way down here.
Yeah.
I will go to investigate our captive to see what state they're in terms of interrogating further. But nonetheless.
Also, I recommend keeping Dasher away from him.
For what purpose?
Well, at the information that one of the Dragonborn had been killed, he got upset.
He's
I
emotional.
worried that he might try
Understood.
something.
I believe I'm going to have to take my leave, sire. As he turns over to Aberos, just listening to this whole conversation, like, pondering, but also, like, a very foreboding look on Aberos' face, like, oh boy. Before kind of perking up. Oh, yes. I can fill in for the rest of you if there's any other more information discussed. And on a positive note, actually, Gal, and you can tell this to the rest of the party, we've finally agreed on a name for this colony, so you can at least put that down in your records.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Hang on, give me a moment to actually grab the name. Where the fuck is it? Sorry. While we have allowed the locale, the landmark in itself of the Spellwood Grotto to be referred to as the... My apologies, what was the name you agreed on? The...
Twilight Grove. Or Twilight Sanctuary.
The Twilight Sanctuary, the Spellwood Grotto that your adventurous in the country resides above. The colony itself we have decided to name Novictus. And I will spell that for the group. Put that in roll 20.
Oh my fucking god.
Novictus.
I was just gonna give the, alright, cool shrug.
Hopefully, the hope was that this was going to be a burst of new life for the future of these people as well as New Arcast as a whole. That and also somewhat fitting with the company in question that is sponsoring this colony and the products that we serve. But that is a tertiary reason, but that was acknowledged nonetheless. But I won't leave you folks any further. You have some very important business to attend to, and I have to go talk back to other officers. Give me a moment. As you can see, as you can kind of see, the other girls kind of like. You're not sure if they're gossiping or if they're just, or if there's some other topic that they're currently kind of whispering to each other about. But the moment that Aberos comes back around, they're like, "Oh, shut up," before continuing.
I feel like these next few weeks are gonna get very eventful.
Indeed.
And could I have tried to get the general gist of what they were talking about?
Sure. I'll say this would be insight check. Try kind of looking at their faces and the body posture. 18. Some of it, I mean, you can tell that some of the conversation, they were definitely eavesdropping on this whole conversation and kind of like commenting to and from amongst themselves. But after a point, they were like, they seemed to be talking about like one of the orcs in the tribe that apparently had communication with, and like there was some kind of emotion or interest there from one of them. You couldn't pick up exactly who, but there was definitely a look of ooh, what's but you know, outside of that, it wasn't anything super serious.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to keep things light and lighten the mood despite the circumstances.
Okay, well, let's get going then.
Okay. Meanwhile, back at the other camp, going back to the rest of the party, as they are currently half seething for some, but also just organizing things and getting our resident captive ready for movement.
Can I get an answer to my question?
What was the question again? Sorry.
I whispered to you, because of Dasher's family history, would he know the proper burial rites?
Oh,
considering his family dealt a lot with death and undeath.
History check. DC for you would be pretty low, but nonetheless.
20.
This was a chromatic, so presumably, at least from what you can presume, process of elimination, or at least a best guess, from a lot of the working class, originally of the Dragonborn Empire, as well as also to the degree the Guilds of Amar, of which there was also a lot of chromatics. There's a very popular trend towards either sky burial or cremation with the treatment of the body. Ideally, of course, the body should not be otherwise desecrated in any way, like parts that have parts removed from them. That's a bit too late. Yeah.
Yep.
But beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah, no. So Dasher would immediately ask, "Where is the body?"
Yeah. So for all intents and purposes, hearing that the body has effectively been
buried.
Eaten? Buried, but also eaten before that happened.
Yeah, no, this is very angering.
Yeah, if we're going solely traditionally speaking, his soul might be damned, or he might be forced to walk, basically forced in the ethereal plane, not being able to go to the afterlife.
Fuck.
We gave him Arachne burial rights. He's fine.
Yeah. No, he's not.
You don't know if other methods would be able to circumnavigate that, but yeah, this ain't good, Chief. This ain't good at all. This is all kinds of fucked up.
Based on what you're saying, there's no way to fix that, though, right?
Yeah, it was quartered. Some pieces were eaten, and the others were either eaten by dogs or were kept elsewhere. Whatever happened to it, like it was, the body was butchered. It was carved.
Dasher is immediately going to explain that, all that, to Nox.
So finding the body, and I assume you're there with us, yeah?
Alright.
So finding the body and digging it up, Dasher, what you're saying is that's not going to help our situation.
It might comfort the spirit, but it's not going to let him go back to the mother.
Based on what you're saying, the way that his body was treated,
he is damned.
There's no way to fix that.
He is damned.
Understandably.
As you folks are talking amongst yourselves, eventually walking up the path, you see with Urzul at his side, the towering figure of the chieftain of the tribe, Gomatog, of which I will also bring up his picture once again, for the sake of the audience.
Shit, I was hoping to talk to Dasher more before people arrived.
I'll say if you have like a final word in or two before this happens, I'll allow it.
Aaron, Kumal, Dasher, all of you, I have to apologize. I shouldn't have attacked when I did, but I couldn't stomach watching what was happening. It might not have been the wisest choice on my part, so for that I apologize. I just wanted to let you all know.
I have nothing to apologize.
I am.
for.
If you're going to dig for information, I am not suitable for this.
I understand. I wasn't going to ask you to, friend.
Thank you. I'm afraid if you asked me, I would kill him.
I know that I'm going to have difficulty doing the same.
Greetings. And I presume all of your heads turn in the direction of the voice. You see, standing once again about 8 feet tall, looking at this individual, and a very, very stockily built, the chieftain of Gomatog.
I will give an orcish greeting to the chief.
He nods in acknowledgement, looking for at the rest of you. So was this
Slight-
captive?
Slight 15-degree bow.
Ding. Just the smallest, like, ding.
Yeah, Gomatog looks like confused, but just nods accordingly. So this is our catch. Looking over at the captive in question.
A scout. Snowblood scout, from the looks of it. Over on the northwestern, is that right? Northwestern area? Is that correct?
Yeah, it was northwest.
Okay.
Wait, northwest.
Oh,
I
sorry,
thought it was
northeast. Northeast.
Sorry, northeastern area.
Yeah. Yeah, still like kind of between some of the hills.
Apparently, some of them have been picking off some of the caravan and some of the workers as they've been moving down in this direction.
I have heard of their people going missing. Did any escape?
No. We made sure that was not a possibility.
Then that is good. They do not know where we are just yet. But it will only be
Oh, I have a
matter of
feeling
time.
they know exactly where we are.
How so?
If their scouts are making it down to that side of the caravan, there's no guarantee, based on the rest of their party, that they haven't made it around this far as well.
They have attacked their colony. But they have not...
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry, I'm very deep. I'm trying to do it. From what I have heard, they fought your colony. So far,
They have
none
taken
of
people from the colony.
yes. And while I am sorry for their losses. I am hopeful. I am hopeful in that we have not seen any of our warriors, nor any of our people, have fallen the same fate.
The possibility that they're under instruction not to attack your people quite yet, considering you are the one they are pursuing.
I do not think they have that restraint. As his fist kind of clenches.
Is he speaking in common or Orcish?
He's speaking in common. It's a bit broken, from what you can tell, but it's he's able to string sentences together.
Okay. Dasher is looking off in the distance.
Let me see him.
You need to know he is infected, or likely will be.
He
please
turns to
take proper precaution.
Yeah, saying that. He turns to Urzul, just kind of giving a gesture, and Urzul kind of nods. First there's a moment where Urzul actually starts kind of like doing some painting of like the face with like looks like a paste of some kind, giving like a stark kind of almost like an herbal, like greenish kind of tinge onto his face, which does
Can I make a
pop.
check?
Sure.
Arcana.
If you were to torture him, you're going to need to amputate that leg first. I don't think he will. I don't think he will survive if that thaws.
Oh no.
Hmm.
He might die.
Farron, they're casting a spell.
Magic.
She's a magic woman.
She's a magic man. She knows magic.
Whoa!
That's what
She's a magic man. She touched the hot
What
fire.
sorcery
oh, boy,
is
she's
this?
a magic man.
But nonetheless,
Remember this.
yes, the face paint is applied before they Urzul kind of adjusts some form of like it's almost like a skull kind of headdress. Looks like it's actually using parts of a Bolvac skull. It's like a massive, thick moose-looking skull. That they're kind of putting over the head of Gomatog with a sort of protective like veil going across the face between like the two upper cheekbones of the skull. Looking and just turns looking back at you. Let me see him.
He doesn't have a mask on, I assume.
Well, it's like a veil going across the mouth and nose.
Okay.
Yeah.
So be it. We'll follow him into the tent, I suppose.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Clarification. I thought you guys moved him and the captive to the meeting spot.
No, he
we
is
had
in
put
the medical tent.
Yeah, we put him in the medical tent.
Wait, then what was the?
We're not moving him. If he moves, he will probably die with that leg.
Pardon,
he
sorry,
will.
Sorry. Let me finish. Then what was the conversation about, like having a meeting place for Aberos and the rest of the party to meet up? Not Aberos,
We were moving out
Balkion.
towards the edge of the camp, so that way we could have a discussion with Dasher. And we told Gal when Gal was leaving that if Balkiosh was coming here to meet us at that meeting point outside of the tent, like outside of the village.
Okay, sorry.
The orc would still be at the medical tent. We're most likely outside the orc encampment.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. All right. In that case, as Gomatog just follows with the rest of the party back towards the medical tent, heading back inside. Gomatog just kind of eyes the body up and down and kind of locks. Is the the medicine people, or at least the workers, have yet to really treat this individual, other than just like making sure that he's not gonna die like right this minute.
Yeah.
They haven't touched the blindfold or anything on his face, so he's just kind of like laying there like on his back. He's since been unbound, at the very least on his back, but he still has like both of his arms have effectively been tied to his side.
Good.
With like posts in the dirt and everything. Just looking up at like just kind of leaning up a bit to like lock eyes with Gomatog. Well,
shall I remove the blindfold then?
You may.
You know what? Dasher would join you guys in the tent if you guys gave him a mask. He would have removed all of his weapons at the door.
Okay. That's fair. Yeah, I'll say at this rate, even if the party doesn't, there are other healers currently working that are able to give you like a very simple like cloth kind of face mask.
Yeah.
Nox is still wearing hers because she's infected.
Yeah. Yeah. Eventually, the blindfold is taken off and everything, looking back up at the rest of the party, and Gomatog just kind of looks. What I would like to speak of him with, I would wish to do privately. However, but he is your hunt, your prey. I will let you ask your questions first.
I think our questions are your questions, sir. Am I wrong? And I'll look to everybody else. Does anybody else have anything they want to ask him?
You may speak your mind. Gomatog is like kind of like waiting quietly for a response, still stoically and definitely like a presence in this room. As some of the other healers are like, "Oh shit," like trying to like motion their way around them, trying to get to other patients. As Gomatog is just kind of standing over the body, looking out towards the rest of you with a look of disdain towards this individual, but nonetheless, you know, holding his tongue and keeping a very relatively like solid stone face.
Kamal, Farron, Dasha, do you have any specific questions for this man?
Questions? No. Statements, on the other hand.
Then speak.
You are extremely lucky that I am not in charge of your interrogation, because you would definitely know a world of pain.
I presume Nox is translating.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to use Draconic Presence to intimidate.
Okay. Roll an intimidation check for me, Dasher.
Uh,
18.
I guess it's with advantage technically, so 18.
Once this feature turns a failure into a success, you can't use it again. Okay. So yeah, if you want to reroll, I'll allow it. In case it gets higher. Okay, so it's still
yeah,
an
it's
18.
just an 18.
Nice.
Yep, so it's still it's a 6 and a 9. Hell yeah. But anyway, with the 18, looking down, kind of spitting some blood in the dirt, kind of to their side. You want me? Sorry, what was the question again?
Oh no, it wasn't a question. It was a statement. I said
yeah.
you are lucky that I am not in charge of your intimidation, of your interrogation, because you would be in for a world of pain. As his eyes and hands and his mouth start to glow with a radiance.
I will die before I give you the pleasure.
Oh, you will die alright. I'll make certain of that.
How so?
I haven't decided the most painful option yet.
Just kind of breathes heavily, just looking at the rest of you. Anyone else have any other comments or questions?
Farron's drawing a blank because I don't think he has no idea how he would contribute. So that's why he's gonna try and talk to Professor Kumo about this.
If
Go ahead.
I have a question that I would actually need, I have no way of knowing this.
Okay.
But it's basically, if we kill him, if I breathed on his spirit as it was leaving on his body, with the ethereal plane stuff.
Oh, like will the breath
Would
weapon
that-
fuck up his soul? Is basically what you're trying to ask. Only one way to find out, my guy.
Yep, that's what I thought the answer was. Okay.
If we're going down that road, we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, we'll have to see.
mean,
Anyways.
do know that would probably be a primeval act.
We'll have to see. We shall have to see. Anyways, eventually the orc kind of looks up at you, looks at the group, kind of looking back towards, looking up at Gomatog, but also looking over towards Nox. Has your stomach ever bloated from starvation? Have you ever
Has
felt...
our stomach what?
Has your stomach ever bloated from starvation?
Yes.
Have you ever felt the cold deep beneath in your blood until you could no longer feel any warmth?
Yes.
And then you understand why when we do what we must. We hunt.
Are you translating this, Nox, or someone?
I can definitely translate, so if you need a translator.
Okay.
We hunt. We kill. We eat. We survive.
I assume you
There
don't eat
are
other dragonborn.
Flesh
Elves.
is flesh is
Humans.
flesh.
Is this coming from Gomatog?
No, this is not. This is not from Gomatog. This is from the other guy. This is from the
Good, I'm making sure.
Yeah. Sorry, I know their voices are very similar. Yes.
Would that include your women and children?
Flesh is flesh.
And if you condemn a soul in the process of doing so?
The body is nothing. The last
Agreed.
heart.
But if you condemn a soul in the process of doing so?
All hearts that beat shall return to the thunder drum.
For
What
your
if they
people,
didn't
maybe.
come from the thunder drum?
Oh, no.
All come from her. All shall be taken by her, and through them they are immortal. Kill my body. Do what you must.
I can
will
guarantee you,
return.
you will not return.
You do not know us.
You're right, we don't. But I'm sure with a couple of us here, we'll find a way.
There
I
are
followed them all out.
ways. I will do the same.
Yeah, as the rest of the party files out, it's at this point Gomatog just kind of like kneels, like eyes down, looking down at the wounded orc. Looking back, is there anyone else that has yet to leave?
I would leave, but only because I'm right now I'm asking if there's anyone if an hour has passed or not, because I want to swap a spell.
Okay, I'll say at this point. I'll say at this point, like between the trek and everything going on, I'll say an hour. A long enough time has passed for you to do that.
As I get to the door,
Who needs charm
with
person?
psionic mind, I will towards the prisoner.
Okay.
You might notice the drums do not beat for you. As I leave.
Roll intimidation with disadvantage.
Can I
With
make the argument
disadvantage?
that he scared him previously?
Wait, did my draconic presence not
It did
work
succeed.
previously?
It did
Okay,
succeed,
just making
however.
sure.
I'll
Just
say-
making
okay,
sure that I
actually,
can't
because
use it
that
again.
succeeded, I'll make it a straight roll.
But it must
That
be
is
able
fair.
to understand at least one language.
At least one language, but you don't need to share. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you don't need to share a language with the creature to understand the message.
Okay.
Does anyone want to give me an inspiration?
Sadly,
No,
I have none.
I'm saving mine.
You know, Dasher, before you leave, Baron grabs you. You know,
Yeah?
I have a way, people, and he whispers, you know, we could charm him if you want.
That is an option.
So, what would it be?
That sounds like an idea.
I will say, if you guys want to come back to interrogate him, and if you have any more questions later, you can still do that. He's not going to be dying anytime
Let's
soon.
do this later, when I've calmed down.
Alright.
As his whole entire form is still glowing with a radiance, and then it turns to necrotic, and then it turns back into a radiance.
Yeah.
It's like this wild back and forth between the two.
Gomatog
When
will look
necrotic
you and...
turned on,
Oh,
I
hang on.
immediately look away.
Hang on. As you're leaving the tent, Dasher, Gomatog would, like, take a moment to just kind of look you dead in the eyes. Not really, like... His movements aren't really that, like, he isn't super, like, showy with his arms. Like, his shoulders and body move more than his arms do. Looking at him as he just looks down at you. I won't even have you roll an insight check looking at him. You can definitely see the amount of anger and understanding in this person's eyes, because the same fire burns in yours. However, the face is still a wall of stone. There's this look of like, yes, I know, but
I will give him a nod and take my leave.
Yeah. Wordlessly, Gomatog nods as well, and turns to kneel back towards the body. And you guys are left back outside of the tent, and it's around this point.
I'm still in the room, actually.
Oh right. Oh yeah. Yeah. Going ahead.
If you're charming him, I did suggest do it later.
I'm not. Well, it's more like well, you'll see.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Chieftain Gomatog, I am someone of a tribesman myself, and I have services that, if you may need, I am willing to offer.
You are no orc. Like, just kind of looking you up and down. It's not necessarily out of like distaste, but like looking at you like, what? Confused.
And as I like speaking from like common, then he switches to orcish. You see, I'm from a small tribe, or some may call it, but the person you have over there, after what I had witnessed, I'm willing to do whatever I can to assist. And as he looks back to see like Dasher's image through the tent as he walks away. Again, as this person has deeply wounded my party, I would do everything in my power to do what I can to make these ends meet.
Roll persuasion.
So to speak.
Seven.
Damn.
Gomatog, like, he is listening and just slowly nodding, though you can definitely tell, like, his attention is a bit divided at the moment. If you wish to, go on ahead.
Alright.
Hey!
Ooh, not bad. Your tongue is true. You have lived with our kind. That I can tell. Southern tribes. kind of looking at you for a response. He said, "Southern tribes," like almost as a question.
Is the are the Weeping Stones known for being southern or being more of an eastern?
From this position, it's like southeast-ish, like closer to like the mountains towards the coast, which is like much further southeast from here.
It, in a way of like me to like visualize this better, is it more like southern, like from like, because I'm assuming how do I explain this?
Okay, so if we're looking
up north, and we're like southeast from the north, right?
Yeah, okay, to clarify, you guys are currently in the northwestern corner of New Arcaster. The Weeping Stones are towards the southeastern. So like across the other side of the country. So like from the perspective of the native lands of the Hashnapati, they would be far south of them.
I know I'm spelling Mongols wrong, but like, is it like more like
not necessarily. I wouldn't necessarily say Mongolian, but like, I don't know. I don't know what real world culture I'd really equate them to. But like, for the sake of the reference here, it is not one of the central tribes. It is one of the more southern-ish tribes, which is it's considered to be more like towards the coast, or the coastal tribes.
Oh, so from his perspective, yeah, south.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, very much south from Gomatog's people.
I am indeed from the south.
It has been many years since we've talked with them. I know many of them are under new leaders. But you speak true.
You see Farron like take like hearing the recognition from a chieftain that's saying that his words are true. You see Farron takes something aback from that, like he takes something from that.
You are not Hashnapati, but you know at least of our kin. And your people and your warriors, your kin, have done much to help our people. For that I am grateful. And there's like a bit of a sort of not necessarily attention to the words, but like you could tell it's not something he says often.
Farron takes it with great strife.
If we need your help, we will ask. And should any of mine give you trouble, speak to me. I will speak with them. I will speak with them in turn.
I'll do my best to bring back what is yours, which is the land that they have taken. If this is the amount of grace and thankfulness they have given me, is downright foreign to me, but I'm greatly appreciative of it. Thank you.
If you ever wish to speak with me and my wives, you may speak with us directly.
Farron then bows his head, like with both, because Farron's been sitting the entire time, puts both of the hands in his knees and bows his head, lifts up, and I should join my party right now. Thank you for your time.
Understood. If we need your help, we shall ask of you. Farewell.
Bows his head and walks off.
Brow kind of furrows seeing the bow as you walk off, but he still kind of nods accordingly.
It's a form of just him confirming.
Yeah, nonetheless. So, as you head back out of the tent, it's around this time that both Gal and Balkian make their way into the camp. Very quickly.
As he shows up with the rest of the party, he's just going to give a short synopsis of what he was telling Balkian and Abros.
Okay. So yeah, as Balkan pokes up. Where is the captive in question? I wish to interrogate this individual post-haste.
Busy.
Busy? Really?
You'll have to wait in line.
Did not realize that there was a pecking order.
Comtag is currently interrogating him.
Then I shall speak with him personally. And he goes to walk towards the tent.
I'm gonna get in front of him.
Pardon, madam?
He asked for this to be a private matter.
If he wishes to shut me... If he wishes to... Sorry, damn it! Sorry, I'm hesitating, he's not. Kind of looking down at you, because he is noticeably taller than you.
Oh yeah, I know I'm like one of the shortest people in the area.
Yeah, you're very short for a half elf. Kind of looking down at you. At this point, you can kind of tell, like, even with the armor, you can kind of see, like, kind of how built he is. He does have fairly broad shoulders. Let me also for the audience, let me grab what Balkion looks like, because I have not used his picture super often. Where are they?
By the way, Kumal's hands may or may not still be on fire, and he hasn't noticed yet.
If I might be able to interject shortly.
Okay.
I feel like spreading the
Balkion perks up, turns over to you. If you must.
I feel like getting the information out to the people of the community should take precedent before you interrogate the captive.
My other gods and compatriots they have already been acknowledged of this information.
Then you should know the prisoner is also infected.
Indeed. I'm aware of such things.
Making sure that you knew. However, considering the prisoner is already being interrogated, I don't see any reason for, more parties to be involved at the current time.
Gormatog may have his questions, but I do not wish to take anything from a second-hand source.
Then you can interrogate him afterwards.
If he wishes to shut me out of his tent, then so be it. And he goes to move past you.
I'm still getting in the way.
There's a moment of pause looking at you, because at this point he also does have on his helmet, which is similarly, still definitely very functional, like it is a plate helm, but that you can see, the antlers and stuff kind of coming across it and kind of looping. There's antlers coming off that kind of curve down to frame the sides of the face. A little bit like the Nord, Skyrim helmet, you know what I'm talking about? Except it's antlers rather than horns.
So, Balkion, I want to make you aware
I was once an adventure. Sorry.
Please.
Sir Balkion, I want to make you aware that I would do the same thing if you had asked me in this exact situation. If you wanted to interrogate a party member first, before somebody else arrived and asked to do that in private, I would respect that. Gomtog has asked me the same. I ask you respect it as well.
Roll persuasion check.
Simply have to wait 5 minutes.
Fine. Then I shall wait with bated breath as he just kind of stands off to the side of the medical tent and just kind of stands back straight, almost like at post, just waiting.
Oh. Right. We should probably try and sort out a quicker way of sending information back and forth between the two of us, so that it's not a 2-hour journey each trip without someone running and being exhausted.
I'm afraid we do not have much to accommodate for messenger
I mean, even if we don't have something now, it's always best to keep something in mind for future reference.
I might be able to relay a courier for messages back and forth.
Anything is
having to-
helpful.
So we must not we do not need to meet every time in person, only for the most important. Because with all due respect, gentlemen and ladies, I'm afraid we are on a very tight schedule.
Oh,
That's why
I'm
I was
sure we
asking.
are.
Business is
And
business. I'm just
I'm
trying to do better business.
I'm not even speaking of the higher-ups, though that is also a factor. No, war will be upon us, in my eyes, any day now. And the quicker we can get things done in preparation of that, the more prepared we will be. I do not like time to be wasted. I know you are of your own leadership. However, if you were under my rule, the actions of your party would certainly change accordingly.
And that's why, surprisingly enough, we're not. Because Balkion is Elven, correct?
Yep, Wood Elf.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, Wood Elven Paladin.
And I'm gonna step up to him, get a little bit closer after that comment.
I was
Because now I'm a
gonna,
little
like-
pissed.
Still definitely a head or two over you.
Oh, I know.
I was also gonna be like, oh, alright.
I wouldn't have agreed to this job if I was under your... And I just, like, look him up and down. Rule, so you say. So if you want to continue trying to push your leadership on us, I would highly advise you to remember your place as well as ours.
I know my words will do nothing to incentivize you. That's why gold greases everyone's palms. And I'm sure if there is an incentive, you shall act accordingly.
Well, I
Depends
can't
on who's
argue with
behind the incentive. Gold only goes so far.
Who is present for this meeting?
Everyone?
Okay.
Everyone currently. Basically, like,
Dasher-
Gomatog... Yeah, Gomatog is the only one privately in the camp, and Urzul has since moved off elsewhere.
Dasher would pipe up, "What good is gold if there's nowhere to use it?"
Also true.
I'm afraid there's only so much we can do to circumnavigate such things. However, the infrastructure shall come in, hopefully, very soon after this war effort is taken care of. That, and also there's the purchases as required by... as capable from our acquisitions expert.
Which war effort are you talking about? The orcs or the impending civil war?
Not bring that up right now. We have more pressing matters here.
If you must know, I was referring to the orcs. However, that is still something to bear in mind as well as whatever natives or locals have taken up residence in the forests to wherever their location might be. The Circle of the New Dawn, I believe they were referred to as.
Yes?
What about them?
Yes.
I do not. I'm afraid they will likely also be a coming threat.
For now, they are allies. We are out of their jurisdiction, as it were.
Tense ones, I suppose, but nonetheless. We do not know how long that will stand with what we need in order to facilitate our own survival.
Surprisingly enough, if we had been honest with them, maybe that would be different.
That was not
But
a
you can take
conversa-
that up with Aberos, I suppose.
That was not a conversation for this. You
it's not.
You have your mission, as do mine. I shall leave you to it then.
I do not bow, and I do not step away from him. I'm just standing right there.
Sir
At
Balkan,
ease.
a word in private if you don't mind.
I miss
Indeed.
Plug.
He just kind of moves from his position to walk towards you.
Just getting away from that area.
Yeah, like he's still walking, like both arms behind the back. You can tell looking at his, because he does also have his weapons on him. There is a very almost looks like an heirloom of some kind, like type of old elven longsword at his hip, as well as at his other side, seeming to be like a flintlock or a similar like pistol of some kind.
Mm-hmm. So, I have a question for you about this prisoner.
Indeed.
Who do you suppose is ultimately responsible for his punishment? The orcs? Here? Captors?
I will of course speak with Gomatog of his opinion. However, this is our colony, and this tribe is currently under our protection and jurisdiction. So, air quo. While we shall listen, it is ultimately our decision as to the fate of any enemies of our colony.
Well, if I may be so bold as to throw a suggestion into the ring. He's too
cannot-
good for it. Oh, go ahead.
I was about to say, I cannot promise it shall be executed, but speak.
It's ironic you use that word. He is too good for execution.
Hmm.
He should live a long and miserable life.
We shall see
Wherever
his
that's suited.
fate, and what information can be gleaned from him, whether through torture or other methods.
His kind doesn't fear death, and frankly, he doesn't deserve it.
Then he shall find a fate worse than of them.
I'm glad we're in understanding.
Of
Also,
course.
watch out for the moon elf. She's very feisty.
Which one?
I believe you met her. Kind of
Oh,
just like that head nod to Nox.
Oh, the half-elf.
I would... You know what? Yeah, we'll let that go.
That is what she is it not?
True, just... The whole elf part gets complicated.
I know not of her family name, so I cannot speak for such. But she has made her stance quite clear, and she is entitled to it. I shall continue as I must.
We'll get out of your hair soon. Just
Thank you.
give Belt. What's the guy's name again?
Gomatog?
Gomatog. Just give him
Gomatog.
give it to Gomatog like 5 minutes. He shouldn't need much longer than that.
Once he is capable of having a discussion, then I shall speak with him. Until then, I have plans to... What is the common phrase? There is much that needs to be pondered and discussed. Both on my own end as well as with my compatriots.
Understandable. Just remember it's more personal for him than it is for us. Well, not so much recently.
He lets emotions guide his decisions, though I suppose that is understandable. Nonetheless, at ease.
Okay.
I mean, not necessarily in this case.
Just out loud, just... Alright.
Yeah, he almost just kind of dismisses you.
Just if you say so. Just half-ass salute, like hand backwards.
Okay.
Looks down at you.
You're not looking down at me.
All right, yeah, but he's still metaphorically he's still looking down at you like. He just lets you walk off.
Is this not how the military does it? Sorry, I went to school. I'm confused.
It is possible.
Very well, sir. Have a good day, sir.
So
Just goes back to waiting in front of the tent.
who was staying behind here?
I will
Again?
lead you. I have a feeling staying
I-
here for the night might be wiser. However, if we are headed back to our home, I do recommend that if we are all headed that direction, that Farron, Navenna, and I share a room this evening.
I
mean,
need to
most of
speak
that's
with the
normal.
One Watches.
You need to what? I'm sorry, I didn't
I
hear you.
need to speak with the Warren Watchers.
Understandable.
If there is a wandering soul, it needs to be put to rest.
And I need to speak with Aelris and Tondushi.
Okay. I'll say for this, does the party want to do anything else before heading back to the to camp? Not to camp, to the adventure center. Because at
Get
this
there
point,
and
it's
take
getting
off.
around
Bat
like 2. Yeah, at this point, it's getting around like 2:30, 3 o'clock.
I would have
Which
tried to make a
direction-
quick check on that thing that I ordered. The wood thing.
The wood
Does
thing.
anyone
Oh,
have a
yeah!
map?
Okay, give me a moment.
Does anyone have a map? And if so, could you point out where the burial site is?
I don't think we have one on us personally.
There's
Yeah.
probably one at the center. We'll point it out.
Yeah. You remember vaguely where the conflict took place, but like you don't remember the exact location offhand.
Yeah.
If need
Even
be,
if-
Dasha, I will take you back there.
Thank you.
Even in a day or so, you can't miss the blood.
Okay. So to clarify, is everyone going to the adventure center?
I
Farron,
am.
are you okay sharing a room this
Oh,
evening?
yeah. Well, hang on.
I don't mind.
I'll let you go, and then we'll do. Okay. So, Gal, as you're getting ready to leave and kind of check around, like, where the hell is this carpenter guy to talk to? Oh, right. And eventually you come across this like makeshift workshop. It's currently like a very open air stall that they're kind of trying to build a roof over. Like it's half his own project, half is the Dragonborn in question's own projects, and then also like half building the house. It is this Silver Dragonborn individual, pretty prominent, like. As much as he seems to be a worker, he definitely takes care of himself. Like, his not crystals, his scales are, like, beautiful looking. Like, he's very much, like, he very much takes care of himself, despite the sort of, like, workman's hands, type of thing. As he has, like, long tendrils going down the back.
I didn't know that
and-
Silver Dragonborn could grow gems.
I misspoke. I misspoke when I said that. Yes, he's silver.
I know I'm
He's
giving
not
you
a gem
shit.
dragon. Just shut up. Okay. So your bed frame is done.
Cool.
It's actually like it has a little bit of this ornate flair to it. Like looks like they had a little bit of extra time to dedicate, and there's like a little bit of like filigree and stuff going down the side. Not too intricate or decorate, especially compared to like the noble house. But you know, it's still got a nice little bit of a flair to it.
You know what? Just cause of that, I'll pop him 2 extra gold.
Thank you kindly, my friend.
Thank you very much. Oh, do you have anything for me to carry this in?
I'm afraid I do not have many workers to supply. Is there? He just kind of turns to another one. And goes, is there another shipment going up? The next shipment of workers to come out, we can carry it with our with the supplies with them, if you
thank you.
need be. But of course, not a problem.
He's gonna go. Gonna head on out to the hall.
Mhm. Yeah,
everyone.
he's gonna wait. Yeah, just gonna wave as you walk out. All right. So, and I'll say with this, as the party continues to make their way back to the Adventure Center with to clean off the stains of blood on themselves and their clothing and try to wipe the disturbing images from their mind, or at least the emotions tied to them, as it goes. And a ominous wind blows across the fields of whatever coming conflict may arise from this. That's where we're gonna end the session for tonight.
Before we...
Oh,
Dasher was going to, as we make our way back, sing a funeral dirge.
Okay.
And would it be okay if I make the survival checks to skin those wolves real quick?
Yeah, sure. I'll
Just
say, yeah. With the amount of time you've been taking to wait around, there was a little bit of free moment to at least try and skin them.
Do you
All
need
right.
those tanned?
He took the resources from me.
Are
I
you just
fucking
taking the
knew it.
pelts?
Yeah, just the pelts. I'll leave the meat out for Avi to eat.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just say make 2 survival checks for each of these doggos. First,
Are you gonna need those?
No, I feel like Gal can do it himself.
Okay.
He's a big boy.
First one fails, second one succeeds. Unfortunately, with the
Yeah.
first one, it's a bit. You really did a number on this fucking wolf. So there isn't really like a whole lot of intact pieces of fur to work with. The other one, it's a little. You managed to only really chop off the head for the most part. Outside of that, the pelt is relatively intact. For the sake of for crafting and whatnot. And yeah, you managed to just skin the both of them. As you're passing along through the field, chuck them out into the grass where Avi will probably find them in the morning. Yeah, as the funeral dirge kind of echoes low throughout this. Throughout this, I don't know if valley is the right word, but nonetheless, through this, the wilderness, continuing along, seeing your home, your guys' home off in the distance, the lights kind of softly glowing on the hill amongst the beautiful violets and indigos of the Spellwood Grotto. Now, that's what we're going to end the session for tonight.
I thought you were
what?
gonna say you see a pillar of smoke rising out of it.
Oh, I was tempted, but no. If I wanted to fuck with you guys, I would have done that, but no.
Just because every character that I play, some way, shape, or form relates to this song, the dirge he's going to sing is Answers from Final Fantasy XIV. Because that is very dirgy.
Yeah. Admittedly,
If you
with
actually listen to it.
Yeah. Admittedly, with Dasher's background, it'd be a lot more like. I hate to do the short end, but like very Middle Eastern and very Arabic sounding.
Yeah, no. There is actually a cover version of that. That is literally just some guy who is like European singing it.
Cool. Yeah. Hope everyone.
Sorry for
Either
the
way.
amount of- Sorry for the amount of gal this episode.
Hey, you say that as if it was a bad thing. Like, yeah, I didn't want the process of going to get Balkan to take too long. But yeah, that was still a good roleplay session. Yeah, I hope everyone in the audience enjoyed the latest session. Hope you'll be back for next week for the next session of Legends of Nordareth: The Striking Cold Iron. Ding. Ding. Yeah. I didn't mention it during the time, but I did notice. Thank you. How the fuck do I say your name? Chuse. It's CHHSE for thank you for the follow. As well as also 2 days ago, while I was on vacation, didn't really have the chance to stream. Thank you, Tomato Peach, for also following as well. And I hope everyone has a very wonderful time here at the Grotto and the various other campaigns that take place within this brainchild I've concocted up over the course of 8 years at the time.
And next week, we'll have Gal's new art unveiling. Maybe,
yeah, you'll get to see Gal's new art, and hopefully he doesn't die.
I mean, if you go on
session
the
afterward.
Discord, you can see. If you go on the Discord, you can see it right now.
Exactly. Yeah, there's a link to the Discord in the About section of the Twitch channel below. There's also a YouTube channel, youtube.com/natureclaws, of which the VODs, as well as highlight episodes, slowly get filtered into the channel after the campaigns after the sessions have taken place. It's a bit of a backlog because I was sick last week, and then I had to go on vacation for most of the weekend, and now I'm back, and now I'm feeling great and awesome, and hopefully I'll be able to deal with that, sometime in the near future.
Wait, you're back? I thought you were nature.
We're not doing this again.
Yeah.
We're not doing this again.
Hold up.
Apparently, nature is doing average right now.
Ah, good roll, good roll.
You know how many times people have done that joke? You know
This is
how
literally
many
the
fucking times.
No. This has become a meme now.
It is.
Hey.
Hey.
How are you doing,
You
teacher?
can't roll on.
What's
you
your
can't roll-
social security number?
You can never roll on that 20 on a nature check for me. I'm sorry. It's impossible.
Never.
It doesn't exist.
It just happened, I'll tell you.
Not even if
Well,
I use my
that was
birth-
it was a malfunction.
Not even if I
doesn't-
use my birthday 20.
No.
that.
Whoa!
Plus
And it's a
9999.
That's the
Oh,
birthday
that's
20.
all.
That's
That's the birthday 20.
hilarious. Wait, you
Done.
also rolled a natural 20 along with that? God, oh my god.
So,
Anyways,
how are you, nature?
let's end the session. Let's end the stream off here. Hope everyone enjoyed. Hope everyone has a wonderful night.
Thank you, chat.
Yeah, thank you everyone for joining. Hope this was still enjoyable. It was a bit of
Bye.
another very roleplay heavy session, but still very tense in certain ways. But yeah,
I mean, that poor man was never gonna get away.
Oh yeah, like I knew there was like the slimmest
Zero.
chance in hell for him to
Like, even if he
survive.
tried to hide, the possibility of that would have been so low.
Yeah. If he managed to escape, it would have been a miracle.
Dude, it would have been an actual miracle.
Alright, let's see. Yes.
I know this is completely out of the blue, but how's Landfizz doing right now?
Landfizz? I don't
Landfizz
know.
Tupper Tots,
The one that we-
petrified.
The one that
Oh.
we saved.
He's existing.
we don't know. We'd have to... 'cause
Check
he
in
was
with
part
New
of
Dawn.
the, yeah, we'd have to check in
Some
with the
legends
New
say he's still screaming in the woods to this day.
Dawn.
I believe that. That I believe.
For the
And-
sake of the audience, wait, was that on stream? Was that during one of the sessions, or was that before? That was before.
No, that was before stream.
Because
And his friend is still cringing at that terrible death joke I made.
Before long story short, before all of the stream games, the trip basically on the way to the colony, here to what is now Noveritas, or no, wait, was it Noveritas?
No Victus.
Novictus, thank you. It was Novictus. Or literally just New Life in Elvish.
No, we did stream that. We did stream the
Wait.
cockatrice battle.
Wait, before.
No, because...
No, wait.
Yeah, we did stream
No,
the
it was right
cockatrice
before
battle. It was
we-
one of the beginnings.
No, because it was right before the Gryven fight that we started streaming. The Gryven interaction. Because the whole Gryven thing was episode 2.
Yeah, no, the cockatrice fight we did not
Okay.
stream.
My bad.
That was like one of the last things we didn't stream.
Okay.
Yeah, that was like right before we streamed. But anyway, the one of the few dealings that they had. I mean, of course, there's a bunch of other stuff with the Circle of the New Dawn, but they came across some of the petrified followers of this Druid Circle.
Wait, hold up. The little rock dude fell in the water. Oh, then yeah, that would have been... Then that would have been on stream, because
Is that the
Renegade
one where
knows
the
about...
Oh yeah,
Tycoon
it
falling in the water.
was.
So I'm looking at the people who I'm following, and I don't see anyone.
Anybody who was a gnome that was a very interesting character and was very it was like, I have a riddle for you, my friends. Like very very eccentric, over the top.
And then I just told him.
Hey,
Let me
it's
show you my
that-
superior
I don't-
intelligence.
Have any
And then
friends that are streaming right now? Unfortunately,
To
for
raid,
when we
I understand.
host.
Yeah, let me see who
Although
is
so
online.
the end is nigh. Malware has taken over Melody.
That's
What?
not looking super
I
intelligent.
Abandon
know
all
she-
hope. The
Oh,
apocalypse is
I
nigh.
know what you're talking about.
Let's
Do not
see.
have-
I know
Shoujo.
what he's talking about.
Ooh, Tay is online. They're
Yeah,
playing
I said that Tay is streaming.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you.
How dare you?
Yeah, we can go
a
raid Tay.
FFXI streamer that I follow is streaming, but he's playing Dark Souls.
Right.
He
Yeah,
has
I thought
8
if-
viewers right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tay also has 8 viewers, and unfortunately they are not doing the charity stream has since ended for a Tay, but we can still show them some love, show them some support.
Yeah, they're a friend of the
'cause
stream and the channel.
Yeah, they've checked out the stream now and again. And yeah, they're good. They're good. They're good people. They're good people. Show them good people. Go show good time.
Are they better than me?
That's debatable. Anyway, hope everyone enjoyed, and we'll go. Yeah, but yes, Tay is adorable. Tay is very wholesome and amazing, and I love them. They're a very good person. God, if I can actually spell their fucking username right.
And yes, they are better than Lady Me from Doctor Who.
I have no idea who that is, and I don't care. Anyway, but yes, go rate Tay, go show them some love, go show them support, and we'll see you guys for next time.
Well, to counter your reference with a reference of my own, I do not get the reference from which you draw.
I do not get the reference from which you draw. I actually don't know what that's from. Anyway.
It's from Hellsing Ultimate Abridged.
Is it? Well, I forgot that one.
Yeah.
Anyway. Oh, yeah, I remember now. Yeah. Anyway. Either way,
I mean, Mono, just go fuck the fear turkey.
I shall.
We're ending the stream on that note. Fuck it. Whatever. Yep, that's the end. That's what we're ending the
Fuck
faithful
the
on.
fear
guys.
turkey.
Have fun.
Bye-bye.
See you guys. Good luck. Have fun. Don't die. Go be free. Dad.
The turkey's been based.
The turkey is